Angels and O's back at it tonight at the Big A for Game 2 of this 3-game series as we welcome you to Angels live from the Big A. Angels looking to even up the series after dropping Game 1 last night by a final of 6-1. Here's on tap over the next 30 minutes on what we like to call a big show on Angels Live. Taylor Ward made his return to the Big A in a big way, I should say, going yard in his first at bat in an O's uniform. Got some interesting defensive plays as well. Denzer Guzman involved in both of them, and we're going to relive them. And how about a 5-2-5-1-4 double play? Maybe. We'll see if that works. And, you know, the bullpen had to come in and eat up some innings last night. How about 4 1/3 innings, giving up just one earned run? We're going to look back on what the bullpen did. And Brent Suter will have a conversation with Erica Wesson on that double play and the effectiveness of the bullpen last night. That and much more happening right here, right now on a show we like to call Angels Live. From inside the Big A, Ken French, Mark Gubazat, Tim Salmon with you. Welcome everyone to the show. And as you saw in the opening, Taylor Ward coming back to the Big A. Really, I would like to call it odd, guys, seeing him in a Halo jersey, an Oriole jersey after spending 8 seasons, Gooby, with the Halos, being drafted here, homegrown player. But boy, did he come back in a big way.
He already has more home runs as a visitor in Angel Stadium than he does at home for the Orioles. He has no home runs at home, which is amazing when you think about that. But, I mean, we just seen that swing so much. I love what the fans did for him. And they did a little tribute on the video and how much they loved the way he played and how much he loved being here. I'm sure they didn't love him after that swing as much, but I'll tell you what, he is an all-time great guy.
Well, as long as the stuff he does to beat to have success on the field doesn't beat the Angels. I mean, the one home run wasn't going to beat the Angels ultimately. It took a few more runs than that. But, here's the thing. It's great to see him come back. Like you said, fan favorite. Born and raised in this organization, developed. You hate to see guys like that leave and finish their career other places, but it was great to see him last night.
Had a tribute up on the Jumbotron. He said he got a little teary-eyed. I've seen some interviews with him since then. So good to see him back here, and also good to see Mike Trout out in the outfield. No, he won't be starting here tonight. But Tim, you know how much it takes to play the outfield here. He had that right hamstring strain. He's been out since the 18th on the 10-day IL. Good to see him back on the field.
Well, it is. I mean, you got to gradually work back into it. Hamstrings are injuries that can linger a whole year, and as a hitter, you got to have your lower half. You got to have your legs, especially a guy like Mike Trout. We've seen when he doesn't have his lower half, and some of the injuries that can compound on him, especially because he has to cover so much ground in center field. So you definitely want to take your time with this and make sure you have it for the long haul.
He did look pretty smooth doing those little drills out there, which is a good sign for him too. Because I mean, when you think about Mike Trout, how strong he is, and you want to make sure he's healthy, but he did move pretty well there, which is a good sign because he was on pace to have 20+ home runs by the All-Star break and possibly be the starter out in center field back home in Philadelphia at the All-Star game. It's still a possibility, so maybe you'll be able to see him back sooner rather than later.
Make sure you vote Mike Trout into the All-Star game. Back to last night, Gooby, I'm going to stay with you because we're going to talk a little pitching. Kyle Bradish, he was a reason the Angel bats were quiet last night. 8 shutout innings. Why was he so effective with the Angels?
He had the hitters guessing, it felt like, the entire night. I mean, he had 5 1-pitch outs, but he also had 6 called third strikes. And if you look at most of them, they were on his fastball. I think coming into the game, we even talked a lot about his success with his curveball and slider, but his fastball was electric, and he was painting that outside part of the plate. He was 95, 96, 97 throughout. I think the hitters were, and I don't know if, Tim, if you ever really looked for breaking balls necessarily, but it looked like he was freezing them a lot with his fastball.
Well, that two-seamer moves, and a lot of those pitches on the other half probably looked like they were going to be off the plate, and they came back over, just got some guys looking. Again, you always say you want them to be thinking about the fastball, but that slider and that curveball were so dominant. Every pitch he came out of the gate throwing strikes with. His command was fantastic, and, he was a buzzsaw. It wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. He went through that entire lineup and carved them up really nicely. I mean, that's one of those games you kind of tip your cap to and say, hey, he had it all working.
Tim, what do you do, though, when a pitcher's in the groove? As a hitter, what do you try to do to get him out of that groove?
I try to drag bunt.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to see that.
What? Hey, to me, it's like you got to go up there thinking 2 strikes from the first pitch when the guy's dialed in like that. I choked up a lot. I mean, I was trying to think smaller. Now, that's the thing. When a guy's carving you up like that, you can't think big. You got to put away the big swing. It's kind of like when you're on a tight, golf course. You got to put away the driver every once in a while. And that's the way way I would approach it and just really say, okay, he's not going to give me really my pitch that I want to hit, so I got to be ready to hit maybe his pitch and really be in the best position I can to put it in play.
And really what they've done really over the last bunch of games, that's why we talked about it before, since May 22nd, how good they've hit the ball. They have had that approach of just going middle part of the field the other way, kind of went away from that. I think part of it is his command of his fastball was so good. And you're right, Tim and Frenchie, when a guy's locked in like that, you're at the mercy of hoping that maybe that somehow, some way, somebody gets the barrel to it and do some damage at that point.
All right, for more on last night's game, let's bring in Erica Weston. Erica, the last 2 games of the road trip, Angels found success, hoping to bring that momentum into game 1. That did not happen. What are the guys talking about today to hopefully turn that page?
Yeah, no question. Different look last night against a former Angels farmhand in Kyle Bradish. It was the pair of former Halos, as you mentioned, Taylor Ward and Kyle Bradish doing the damage against the Angels last night. But, of course, as the night went for him, 8 scoreless. He had the 9 strikeouts, 6 looking. Didn't walk a batter either. 5 first pitch outs, most of those coming from the 5th inning and later in his night of work. And the Angels, they tried to get back into the game early against Bradish in the bottom half of that 1st inning after Taylor Ward's leadoff home run. That was the closest they got to him the rest of the night. He made quick work of the Angels lineup. So how do they bounce back after a tough night at the plate against Kyle Bradish? Based on what we saw in Sacramento, here's what the Halos told me today.
We saw a lot of good things with the offense over the weekend. Obviously, Kyle Bradish was really good last night. How do you guys bounce back after the performance he had last night?
Yeah, I mean, hats off to him. He was hitting his spots, commanded the ball really well. I don't know if we had any walks off him. So I think with the staff like this, and knowing that they have a low walk percentage, we just got to get ahead early. And if we see a pitch that we can capitalize on, jump on it. I think we got into some not so friendly hitters counts yesterday, so I think if we kind of switch that around, then it'll be more beneficial for us.
They did a good job yesterday, but we're always, it's the big leagues at any point in time. Anybody can be good any day, and he's a really good pitcher. And I think for us, we know we're a good offense, and we took our medicine yesterday, but we'll be fine today and come out and continue to attack.
You had the 2 hits. Probably should have had 3 if not for the great play from Tyler O'Neill. He stood there watching for a second. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, watching him, I mean, it was like Superman. Yeah, he covered a lot of ground right there, and he ended up getting on first later in the game, and I kind of gave him the cold shoulder for a second, but I can't hold a good grudge, so I talked to him a little bit, and we shared a laugh, but such a good person and a good ball player too, so just being able to experience a play like that and have the bad end of the stick, it sucks, but it's awesome to see good baseball as well. You look back on it. I looked back later that night and just watched it back, and it's hard not to smile when you see such a good play like that. So.
Glad Nolan was able to appreciate the great play against him. One pitching note for you guys. Former Oriole Grayson Rodriguez threw another bullpen today. He threw what he called a short bullpen a couple of days ago in Sacramento, dealing with that low back tightness, progressing in the right direction, heading towards a return here. Of course, he's disappointed to not be playing his former team, but he's got the calendar circled in August when the Angels are there later this season.
Erica, thank you. Go grab an umbrella.
I know. What is that? What's happening? I got confused. Something wet was hitting my shoulders. What's going on?
Gooey was throwing water at me. I had no idea what was going on. All right, we'll let you go and find some cover.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Let's talk about hitting for a moment. We saw Nolan Shanawell being interviewed there, Tim, and he had a couple hits last night. Could have had a 30. Was robbed. He's got a 5-game hitting streak, one of the bright spots last night.
Well, it was, and it's good to see him up there swinging the bat. With the ankle injury he had, he was really not using the lower half as well, but you can see swings like that inside out swing really requires you to use that lower half, and he was putting the ball in play nicely. And when you consider the fact that you're coming back after 10 days off, it's difficult to find that timing out of the gate, and he was using the whole field, and again, just great to see him back to that level of making elite contact. I mean, this is a guy that really, when he swings the bat, he's going to square the ball up.
Yeah, I mean, he's for a left-handed batter, he prefers pitches elevated in the strike zone. When it's upstairs, especially when he's looking for a pitch in his zone, he hits it really well. And he can smile a little bit about this O'Neill catch, but when he caught it, though, he wasn't doing it. I remember last year when Denzel Clark went over the wall and brought back a home run. He's like, why does this happen to me? It should happen to someone else. I don't go out of my way to do that to the guys swinging the bats.
Yeah, pretty cool. This is, the MLB Combine starts today at Chase Field in Arizona, so we thought we'd take a look back at some of the Angels' first-round draft picks that are currently on the MLB roster. Bookended Mike Trout and Christian Moore, and everybody, Tim, everyone contributing right now.
Yeah, it's great to see all those first-rounders up here. Again, they develop a lot faster nowadays. They get them up here a lot faster. Are they necessarily ready when they get here? That's a whole nother story, but without the doubt, we have some talent.
I mean, when you see that many first-round draft picks playing for your team right now on the roster, that says a lot about your organization. I know they take a lot of heat for that, as far as not as deep a farm system as they say it is, even though I don't agree with that, but it's good to see how many first-round picks are here.
All right, let's take our first time out here on the program. When we do come back, continue our conversation about this one as we're getting ready for game 2 of a 3-game set between the O's and the Angels. We got a couple former draft picks, future draft picks possibly in the stands here today. We'll see how that shakes out. But right now the bullpen, well, they shook out well last night. More in the pen coming at you after this.
Absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
They ask me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold?
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper 60th?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23?
How about 40-70?
You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Angels fans filing into the Big A for Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Angels and the Orioles. These two teams will meet once again at the beginning of August in Baltimore as Zach Nett and the boys get ready to go and hopefully bounce back from a 6-1 loss last night. As you welcome me back to Angels Live inside the Big A, Ken French, Tim Salmon, of course, Mark Gubiza with you. 162 games, guys. You both know that can be very long at times. So you need some humor. You need some levity. Nothing like a funny guy in the clubhouse, Tim Salmon. So if I say funniest guy you've ever played with, a guy that kept it light, who comes to mind?
Gosh, there's so many guys. I mean, every team has them, but I always go back to Cecil Fielder. He was
Cecil Fielder, really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Mo Vaughn was too. Cecil was just he was one of those guys back of the bus, just always ranting and raving, carrying on, had a big smile on his face, just always laughing. So, guys like that, those are the guys that I remember that kept it really loose.
Gooby, outside of you being funny, who else?
David Cohn was my guy. David Cohn, when you talk to him, he's like one of the smartest guys in the world, but when you get him away from talking to somebody in the media, he is the funniest guy of all time. The stuff he would say, he had us all rolling on the ground, and we were roommates for a couple of years. So, Coney, he was special, that's for sure. We got to keep this a fan-friendly show, but Coney was all-timer.
One of the guys that certainly keeps it light for the Angels has to be Brent Suter, and earlier he spoke with Erica about what happened last night.
All right, Harvard, tell us the keys to a 5-2-5-1-4 double play.
Well, first of all, it's executing a pitch. I executed this changeup, and he hit it pretty well, but Mayo does a good job with changeup, so I knew I had to be good with it. Guzman makes another great play. That guy's been like Brooks Robinson over there. I keep calling him Adrian Beltre. Great play, gets it to home, we get in the rundown. I'm in the right position there, kind of not right at the plate because I don't want him sneaking by me, but Gunner's a good athlete, so I know I had to get in good position. caught it, barely tagged him. I looked over and Mayo's sprinting to second. I'm like, I got a shot, and I felt like a fadeaway Steph Curry. You know, I was kind of already falling away from tagging Gunner and chucked it over there and barely got enough on it, and Donnie made a good tag, so got out of that inning. I needed it too. That inning was not, it just wasn't, they were hitting rockets all over the place, so I had to get that out for sure.
We know how good you are at fielding your position. Yes, you guys work on PFPs in spring. Yes, during the season. Do you spend any extra time working on PFPs? Because you're so good at it.
I appreciate it. You know, it's been just something I focus on, like not necessarily doing extra reps, but making sure all my reps that I do are focused, and always work on my athleticism, mobility, strength in there in the weight room with Juice and Klaus, and the training room, just making sure I'm staying athletic as I can. I made it, you know, one went off my glove last night I was kind of bummed about in the second inning, but in general, if it's hit towards me, I feel like I got a shot to make a play, and all outs count. You know what I mean? Pickoffs count. The plays around the mound, they all count, and Mad Dog preaches that big time. It's like, hey, outs turn outs into outs, and get the bag, get over, make sure you're covering first, which I try to do a good job of, and that we all do a good job of, and try to make sure if it hits the glove that we're getting out on it.
I'm glad you mentioned Guzman, because it seems like ever since he got called up and you've been on the mound pitching, he makes an unbelievable defensive play. What do you think?
Yeah, that one in Oakland, or Sacramento with off Soderstrom was unbelievable. I mean, that thing was hit hard, right short hop, and he looked like Spider-Man over there. So yeah, he's making great plays, and he's doing a great job with the bat too. Like a huge home run the other day, walks, you know, taking his walks, taking great swings. Just a really, really fun young guy to watch, and so happy for him.
The ever animated Brent Suter, he was right in the middle of a good bullpen last night.
Yeah, I mean, that gives you a chance. Even though the bats weren't hot last night, you still, you know, have a chance to get a couple base runners on there. But the bullpen, you know, for me, when he gets that slider work on both sides of the plate, it could be really, really effective. Suter, I'll tell you what, he throws off the timing fish of every hitter. He'll quick pitch, he'll throw his changeup, he'll sneak a fastball, and you'll miss it. At 89 miles an hour, you'll miss it.
Yeah, he's funky, without a doubt. You know, I like the way the bullpen came in. I mean, they had some traffic out there, and they did a great job limiting the damage. 9 strikeouts, as you see in those 4 and a third inning right there. That was really nice. That's how they got out of those plays. But again, takes a little bit of that and a little bit of that defensive savviness, those plays at the plate, keeping the ball in the infield, you know, not letting them elevate, you know, in certain situations. So good job all around. I thought Felix, for me, and I thought his fastball had some life on it. We haven't seen it in a while. That was really impressive.
All right, Gooby, appreciate it. Get to some high ground. We don't know what's coming.
Yeah, I know. We're going to Baltimore in August. This feels like Baltimore right now here in August.
It totally does. Good job. We'll talk to you a little bit later on. Look forward to the call of the game as we take another time out here on the program. When we do come back, we're going to talk something that Tim Salmon knows a lot about. That is playing the outfield. Christian Moore taking some reps out in left field. He's making that transition from the infield. How tough is it? Tim Salmon talks about it next.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
We live the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
It all started here, the framework of a nation, drafted by history's boldest visionaries.
We, the people of the United States.
Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for sustained success.
Tonight's a chance to make a franchise-altering selection.
That's what makes our draft so compelling.
The MLB Draft, presented by Nippon Express. July 11th, coverage begins 1 Eastern on NBC and continues on MLB Network at 2:30.
We, the people of the ballpark, are all in on baseball. We want dingers and dogs, sunshine and a beat, a place to take it all in and let it all out. And maybe more than anything, a few hours with one another. Baseball for the people.
Taking the ball for the Halos here tonight, hoping to get him back in the win column. That's 23-year-old Ryan Johnson, third start of the season, second since being recalled to fill the rotation spot vacated by Grayson Rodriguez, hoping to rebound from a 5-run, 5-inning performance against the A's last week. And hopefully the umpires will be on their game. We like to have a little bit of fun with the umpires, Tim Salmon. Get ready for this one. Let's go to the 6th inning. At the plate, Denzer Guzman sending it home. Logan O'Hoppe calls safe. It was reviewed, and here is the call.
After review, the call in the field's overturned. The runner is safe.
No?
Out. The runner's out.
Overturned.
Oh, everybody got a good laugh out of that one. It's fantastic. And you know what? James Hoy was in the middle of this one back in 2024. That's a Cosmo Kramer shirt, by the way, under his MLB umpire uniform. And the boys up in the booth, including our own Mark Gubazov, were giving him a hard time on the air. And somebody got in his ear and said, you better zip that up.
Yeah, that's great. You know what? It's great to see an umpire that can laugh at himself a little bit. I mean, you know, back in the day, they were pretty serious. There was no smiling out there, but it's great to see that.
All right, well, Christian Moore is back in the lineup, batting 7th, and he will get the start in left field, Tim. He was just recently recalled. He is a second baseman by trade. 9 starts in left field in AAA. He's learning on the job up here.
Yeah, that's a tough task. Let me tell you, especially left field here in Anaheim. It's such a big outfield. You got so much room in the gap, and then down the line, you got to know the way that corner curves, and you know when to go in there hard, when not. You know, there's just left field is so difficult to play at the 3 positions because you have so many right-handed batters that are pulling the ball at you, and it's all about the spin. You're getting sideways spin that's hooking towards the line off those righties' bats, and being able to read it. Do I come in? Do I go back? What do I need to do? You know, that's why it can be difficult, and the fact that, you know, he's trying to simulate this stuff. He's trying to learn on the fly out there. I mean, I'll tell you what, the grass out here, the way they cut it, the ball snakes, and if you don't come out here and get your work in at full speed with balls coming off hard at you, you're going to come out here and you're going to have that gremlin pop up, and you know you're going to miss it. We've seen that happen. Josh Lowe, it happened to him last month out here as well. So very difficult to learn on the fly. So many aspects. I think the biggest thing as an infielder, though, is just your range. You're used to being in this one spot. All of a sudden now you've got 10 times the amount of room out there in left field.
We saw Joe Adell have to learn on the job in right field, but looking at Christian Moore tonight, watching him play, what do you want to see from him to know that he is tracking the ball right?
Well, I just want to see his first step jumps. I mean, is he getting the right jumps? Is he reading? You know, the hardest thing is, you know, hearing the crack of the bat and the swing and being able to gauge that. Is that a back move or an in move, or, you know, which way? So I think those are all the first step moves that you really, there's no way to, you know, microwave that. You just need the reps.
All right, we are going to take another time out, and we told you Christian Moore will be batting 7th here tonight. Where are the other Halos batting on the other side? When we come back, we're going to reveal the lineups and more as the young fans and older fans get ready for Game 2 tonight.
They asked me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold?
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper 60th?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23?
How about 40-70?
You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
It all started here, the framework of a nation drafted by history's boldest visionaries.
We, the people of the United States.
Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for sustained success.
Tonight's a chance to make a franchise-altering selection.
That's what makes our draft so compelling.
The MLB Draft, presented by Nippon Express. July 11th, coverage begins 1 Eastern on NBC and continues on MLB Network at 2:30.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
When the Angels win this game, yes, positive thinking, you win free McDonald's fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase only on the app at participating McDonald's. Enjoy the sweet taste of victory with your fries. You cheers with your fries. You throw them on the table, and this is the lineup that's going to get us a win here tonight. Jorge Soler at the DH spot again. Von Grissom getting the start at third.
Von Grissom, I like to see him in there, of course. Yeah, that's a pretty good looking lineup right there. I'm happy with that. Jose Siri at the bottom end, hitting 284. He's going to flip that lineup around. Hey, tonight they're going to be facing a guy named Shane Boz, traded from Tampa last year. This guy has he's had a lot of success, strong arm, 97 miles an hour, primarily relies on the two-seamer and the cutter. Got a big knuckle curve that he's mixing in there quite a bit, about the same amount. He's throwing that knuckle curve about 30% of the time as well with the fastball. Kind of canned the slider that he had in the past. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys respond to the sinker tonight, because as we talked about, the sinker last night was pretty dominating. So hopefully he doesn't have quite the success and leaves a few out over the middle of the plate for these hitters.
Now Taylor Ward, as we mentioned, back at the Big A since being traded by the Angels to the O's back in November. Still a lot of great relationships. Hopefully he had his night last night. Hopefully it's the Angels here tonight as they look to rebound after losing game one. It's all about game two. Angels, Orioles coming at you next right here from the Big A. Angel fans, they're ready to go. Oh, by the way, you're watching ABTV.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go up.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season.
Welcome to Cooperstown.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Postseason.
Can you believe what we just saw?
Whoa! Every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
TV presented by Pechanga Resort Casino brings us Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Los Angeles Angels and the Baltimore Orioles from Angel Stadium tonight. Hey, the Christmas trees.
Yes, oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree.
Alongside Mark Gubas, we bring you inside our booth. I'm Wayne Randazzo and Gooby. The Angels trying to even up this series against the Orioles tonight.
Bradish was just too much last night. I mean, the offense for the O's, led by Taylor Ward to start the game up. It was one of those games after a tough one up there in West Sacramento where the offense was so good. Hopefully they'll get on track here tonight.
Now the Angels have plenty of first-round picks around their ball club to try to do just that as we take you through on NBA draft night some of the Major League Baseball draft picks that have worked out for the Angels.
I mean, you look at this on this roster right now, impact players, #1 round picks. I mean, this is pretty good when you think about how deep this organization has been as far as first rounders on this roster right now and being productive. So that's a good sign for this team going forward to continue to grow, especially some of the younger guys with Neto, Shawnawa, and Moore, and Bachman.
Well, Zach Neto, certainly a homegrown halo that is trying to help this ball club perform this season. Neto has been their team leader in home runs, tied with Mike Trout, and also the team leader in stolen bases at the top of the order, trying to get things going for the offense tonight.
And when he is the energizer for this team, we know the glove and the base running, but really it's been his power and his bat so far this season with 17 home runs. He's got 11 stolen bases, 34 extra base hits. He's come through with a big home run when the club has needed it, and he loves that little pressure put on him when he needs that big swing. He's there ready to do that. We saw that up there in West Sacramento, that go-ahead 2-run home run here at the Big A against the same thing. The Athletics went dead center field.
Well, the Orioles shortstop, a pretty good one himself, another high draft pick in his own right. But Gunnar Henderson has hit a whole bunch of home runs, and he's creamed the Angels so far in his career.
102 career home runs already before turning 25. Yeah, you mentioned that, 380, 395 with a 14-14 OPS in this ballpark. He is a dynamic all-around player.
The highest WAR among Major League shortstops over the last few seasons. Well, no one's going to stop Bobby Witt from being #1 on that list, but Neto and Henderson both firmly in the top 5.
Well, when you look at how some of those are all young players in there, of the 3 of the 5 are real good young players that put up a lot of great numbers. Perdomo, the same thing. So, Lindor, he's been around for a while, but the other guys are young, part of this core of tremendous young shortstops in Major League Baseball.
Certainly so, and the Angels are hoping that one of their young pitchers can step up tonight. Ryan Johnson is on the mound for the Halos, had a rocky first inning last time in Arizona, pitched well after that.
Wayne, I think he's got to establish his split a little bit early. He took a little bit of time going in there. His velocity on his fastball is picking up a little bit for when he lost all that weight in spring training. So hopefully he'll be able to get it locked in there, that deceptive delivery against his Orioles lineup. Hopefully he'll be working here early on in this game.
And he'll face Shane Baz, who we've seen before as a member of the Tampa Bay Rays. First time for Baz pitching against the Angels as an Oriole. The Halos trying to even up this series at a game apiece here tonight. We'll see if they can bounce back against Baltimore.
If you're seeing this, I never considered myself an alcoholic, but drinking affected my job, health, and relationships. A powerful medication helped me take back control. Now I no longer feel the urge to drink, and the same pill that helped me could help you. Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
This is Blue Chew Gold, the ultimate 4-in-1 formula. Built for strength where it counts. With sildenafil for power, tadalafil for endurance. But Gold doesn't stop at blood flow, so we added apomorphine to spark desire and oxytocin to deepen connection. Not just harder, closer. Blue Chew Gold. Take action, get action.
Okay, $1 million deal on the line. You got this. Recaps and sales meeting insights from all my team's calls? Otter AI, it's you who is man's best friend.
Otter, the AI meeting agent.
The road to the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard starts with you. Who will take the field this July? The power is in your hands. Phase 1 of the 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star Ballot is open. Vote up to 5 times daily for your favorite stars and get a bonus daily vote by downloading the Konami eBaseball MLB Pro Spirit game. Top vote getters advance for the chance to be a starter. Cast your ballots at MLB.com/vote.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way.
Baseball on ABTV, brought to you by Hyundai. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. By Jack in the Box, get fired up with the Hot Ones Munchie Meal. And by Cerritos Auto Square, don't risk buying the wrong car. Test drive your top options in one convenient place. Nice convenient place to get some autographs down there in that little box seat area right on top of the field where Zach Neto stopped by before the game tonight. Brian Johnson takes the mound for the Angels as he searches for a good start at the big league level.
Yeah, you got to get back to that, the aggressive mentality too for Ryan Johnson. We know how deceptive that delivery would be. The stuff is starting to play up to it now. My go-tos for him to be successful here tonight against the O's, and they were aggressive last night, is he got to be using that splitter often. He's got a 35.7% whip percentage, been out of the gate effective so far in 2 innings pitched to starter. He's allowed 8 earned runs in that first inning, so he's got to be more effective. He's got to have the mentality that I got to get through this first inning, put up a 0, get my offense going.
Show you the lineup for the Birds with Taylor Ward, the former Angel, leading off. Then it's Gunnar Henderson, who continued his hot hitting against the Angels here last night at 3 hits, including an RBI triple. Pete Alonso, the former Met. We'll see Samuel Basayo tonight. Behind the plate for Baltimore, Kobe Mayo playing third base. Leody Taveras back to the outfield after only 1 ball was hit to him yesterday in the 4 or 5 innings out there at third.
Yeah, not a lot of traffic and not a lot of pressure put on him there at third base yesterday. Hopefully there'll be a little bit more so on Mayo over at third base today. You still got to think, puts the bunt down on occasion just to get that more base runners, more traffic.
Exactly, trying to get something going offensively. We've seen that work for the Angels here over the last month.
And the defense behind Ryan Johnson out in center field, really. It's really important here for Siri to be that guy out in the outfield. In his career, 18 defensive runs saved as a center fielder, 13th game in center field, just to help out Christian Moore over in left field, his first start in this building in left field. Then you got Joe Adell out in the right field. The infield, you got Grissom at third, Neto, Peraza, Shawnawell, and Ohapi behind the plate.
So we'll see how it goes here tonight. Game 2 of this series between the Angels and the Orioles. Another nice hand for Taylor Ward, and again swinging at the first pitch, he fouls it off. Taylor Ward, who swings less than many other hitter in Major League Baseball, has been aggressive early in counts here in this series.
Yeah, he has been. He's got that fastball too, both times. He likes hitting the fastball.
Breaking ball pops out of the mitt of Logan Ohapi. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ward, who's now homered in back-to-back games after hitting just 3 home runs through most of the first 3 months of the season. He's gone deep twice between Sunday and Monday, and he lofts a fly ball here to left center, pretty deep, but playable for Christian Moore. Siri runs over to give Moore some encouragement, and there's 1 out.
That was right on cue. We said to go out there and help him out. He was already over there for him.
Well,
yeah, that's a good one. The first one to get right away out the outfield for Christian Moore.
Well, that was a nice, easy, high fly ball for Moore to camp under. And Taylor Ward is retired to start the ball game.
Yeah, he was out working out early with Adam Eaton today. It's a different position here as compared to left field up there in West Sacramento.
1 out. The batter now is Gunnar Henderson. We'll certainly test Adam Eaton's abilities as an outfield coach. And, there's some other, look at Joe Adell, how much he's improved over the years as a defensive outfielder. It can happen. We talked about it the other day between Alex Gordon and his shift from infield to outfield, and whether this is permanent or not for Christian Moore, the possibility of him turning into a good major league outfielder certainly exists.
And I think Kurt Suzuki said it best. He's a great athlete who could make that adjustment. For bouncing between second and third now in left field. You get a chance to swing the bat, and that's the most important thing.
And I think that's the thing that Moore needs to do at the major league level on a regular basis, and Kurt Suzuki acknowledged that yesterday too. You can't sit him on the bench for 3 or 4 days. He has to play. 3 balls and a strike on Gunnar Henderson, who swings through that sweeper that got in on his hands.
Between the sweeper and cutter, he'll be able to run that in there pretty effective against the lefties, but that splitter, he's already thrown a few of them already here in the first inning. That's big for him.
Henderson only hitting .229 this year. We made that comparison between Henderson and Neto, and both have not really reached their full potential this year, although maybe at times have through their careers. already as Henderson fouls this one away.
Well, considering how many home runs he has already, and under 25 years old, is a dynamic all-around player.
Henderson will turn 25 next week. Neto turned 25 in January. And side by side, they've been, as we showed you, 2 of the top 5 shortstops in baseball over the last few years. 3-2, and that's right there. Strike 3.
Good cutter, 92-mile-an-hour cutter, freezes him. Turn the page on that. Called third strike on the O's here.
2 up, 2 down. Alonso will bat. This was earlier today. Adam Eaton working with Christian Moore as he becomes an outfielder at this level.
Yeah, and working on the footwork, how to get to a certain spot in the outfield. That's the big thing for him, is the direction he has to go to, quick on the feet. You know his footwork is good in the infield, but it's translating that into the outfield.
He's tried his hand at second base and third base as well. We've only seen him at second base at the major league level until the other day when he played left field. Sweeper lands as a strike to Pete Alonso. We're seeing some aggressiveness here early from Johnson.
Yeah, that's what we saw a couple years ago in spring training, even the beginning part of the season last year out of the bullpen.
Coming right at these guys. Another strike is in there. So Johnson already looking different than he did against the Diamondbacks when the first 5 base runners reached, and all of them scored in that first inning at Chase Field. He's retired the first 2, and some good hitters at that between Ward and Henderson. And he's ahead of Alonso. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a ground ball to third is scooped by Grissom as Ryan Johnson comes out of the gate looking strong.
Liking that right there. This aggressive throwing strikes, using that unique delivery to his advantage.
When I work with my clients and they ask me questions, hey, what do you recommend? You know, do I go with wood? Do I go with TimberTech? It's always a no-brainer for me. I'm always telling them to go with TimberTech, and they're always asking me, well, why TimberTech? There's 10 different options out there. And the answer is just grab some samples. I mean, there's just so many different color options, different textures. It's easy to work with, fire resistant, and the maintenance, you can't argue that. You want low maintenance, go with TimberTech. It really changed the game for me. What can I tell you? It's a great product.
Adding Thorn creatine has definitely helped me with how I perform on the court. I feel like I have a lot of endurance throughout the 82-game season, and I'm making those split-second decisions with a clear mind and a clear vision. It seems like the game slows down with Thorn.
This is Fubo. It's your way to watch your local teams all season long. Starting at only $14.99 a month. Plus, you can watch 4 games at once with Multiview. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight.
The bats have come alive.
Hey, showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
The Angels lineup is brought to you by Simpson Chevy as Zach Neto leads off. We'll see Grissom in the 2-hole today. Shonowell bats third. Jorge Soler's the DH. Shadell bats fifth. Oswald Peraza back in the lineup at second base. Christian Moore in left field as we detailed. Hoppy's catching, and Jose Siri in center against a hard-throwing right-hander Shane Baz.
Yeah, his fastball, you can rush it up there, upper 90s, even touch 100. He's got a curveball, slider, and changeup. My go-tos to have success. He's been pretty solid of late, but to be successful against him, this is what you have to do. It's power that 4-seam fastball. Got a slugging percentage of over 470, but don't expand the zone on the knuckle curve. He's got 41 punch-outs on his knuckle curve.
He uses that pitch quite a bit, but he throws a lot of fastballs too, and the Angels are good at hunting fastballs this year. Explain that in a moment. Zach Neto, as we know, is hunting fastballs early in counts. He takes ball 1 here. 41 homers off the 4-seam fastball this year. That's 4th most in the majors. 822 OPS is 5th best in the majors. So the Angels against 4-seam fastballs have been rock solid this season. And there's a rocket to the left field corner, but foul.
That was a sinker, was elevated, and he turned on that just a little too quick.
It looked like a 4-seam fastball because it was about letter high.
Yeah, that's what you would love to do, to see that sinker be upstairs like that, because then it flattens out, becomes, it's not as firm as his 4-seam, with that true ride to his 4-seamer stays true all the way through the strike zone.
Oz had 9 strikeouts in his last start in Seattle. That was coming off Kyle Bradish striking out 12. We saw Bradish pitch a really good ball game here last night. Angels are hoping to get to Boz. They did last year a couple of times when he was with the Rays. He hated pitching at Steinbrenner Field last year.
Yeah,
he had
I think
a
he disliked it.
5.90 ERA. He gave up 18 home runs in that place.
Rode him out of town on that one to go to a new team.
Well, he did get traded, although the Rays got 4 prospects for him. And there's that good curveball for a strike. In Boz's case, though, the Orioles paid him. I don't know if the Rays would have. Baltimore did. 5 years, $68 million. He got that extension after the trade.
He's always had that real good, strong arm. It's starting to get locked in now with the O's.
And last year was the most he had pitched at the major league level. Tommy John surgery wiped him out for a while. Finally got healthy a couple of years ago. Neto with a line drive to right center, and that's a base hit.
Nice swing there. Loving that middle part of the field approach on that cutter. And a defense behind him, and it's a solid defense. Our old buddy Jeremiah Jackson at second base. He's been pretty solid. 5 defensive runs saved at second base. He's turned 19 double plays. Alonso there, Henderson, Mayo over third base. He's had a little bit of a tough time. 5 errors and -7 defensive runs saved, but he's a solid hitter, that's for sure. Even though we saw that power last night for Mayo.
Yeah, Mayo with that 3-run homer in the game yesterday and playing third base toward the end of the game last night after Leody Taveras played third for most of the game following Blaze Alexander's injury. Craig Albernaz literally yelled out, "Who wants to play third?" No balls and a strike on Grissom.
Even though he does more of a slide step, Boz is susceptible to a stolen base. He had Taveras out there in right field tonight. 5 stolen bases in 5 attempts. You go back to last year, 20 stolen bases, only 2 caught, so 25 of 27 the last 2 years.
1 ball, 1 strike on Vaughn Grissom. He's playing third for the Angels tonight. He hits a fly ball toward the right field line for Taveras in his natural element out there in right field, making the catch in fair ground. 1 out with Neto at first base. I mean, basically for Taveras yesterday, Craig Albernaz just had a hunch because Taveras takes a lot of ground balls in the outfield as part of his drills out there. So they thought he could handle third base. Only had 1 play hit to him, though, off the bat of series. The first play that happened after Taveras entered.
Well, you could say that after you only had 1 play, but it's not an easy position to play as third base. Especially it is known as the hot corner.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see the Angels try to challenge him a bit more. Kurt Suzuki did address that after the game last night. Said they were looking for the big inning, so they weren't really thinking about bunting. But you know, a couple of bunts might have led to the big inning.
That's how you create a big inning when you have traffic like that.
1 out with Neto at first base. See if the Angels get him moving here in the first. Mentioned his 11 steals to lead the team as Shonowell fouls 1 back. Average starting to creep up for Shonowell, hitting .262 now. We've seen him utilize left field more, which always leads to more base hits for him.
Yeah, he's saying the calf and the ankle is feeling a lot better of late. That allows him to have that turn and be able to turn on a baseball there with that lower half being stronger. Seal behind the plate. He's thrown out 28% of base stealers. He's got a pretty good throwing arm, but I still think as a combination you still try to be aggressive.
21-year-old catcher behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike on Shonowell. As Boz misses for ball 2.
And this is a good count to have some sort of action going right now. A contact hitter, guy that uses the entire field, and a guy at first base with speed.
Neto has 18 stolen base attempts overall this year. He has been caught 7 times. He's been successful in 11. We'll see if that hit and run combo comes into play here. 2 balls and a strike. Neto's not running, and it's 3-1 now on Shonowell.
The good thing is at least he's aware of that. He's trying to be quicker to the plate, and he's elevating his pitches. Just the threat of a stolen base sometimes could throw you off as a pitcher.
Shonowell the fly ball, right center field, hit pretty well. Taveras back, so is Cowser near the wall, and it's gone! It hit that LED board in right center. Shonowell powers it out. The Angels have a 2-0 lead.
The Shonowell! That's that swing. When he's ahead of the count, he'll do some damage. Got a cutter, and he covered it.
It's got to be the eye black.
It's got to be the Shonawell towel.
So the Angels have a 2-0 lead. And Soler looks at a strike. The Shonawell towel.
Towel is ready to roll. It's back. Can never get enough Shonawell towel.
Oh, I hope you rub down Dallas Braden's head with it on Sunday.
Oh, yes.
When you do the Peacock game.
Yes.
There's a pitch low to Jorge Soler. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I love that swing right there, and he's starting to get locked in, like you said, Wayne. He's starting to hit the ball well. Should have had 3 hits last night.
6 homers now on the year for Shonawell. Soler has 10, hit 1 in the 9th inning yesterday, which provided the only offense the Angels had last night, but already a better offensive night with 2 runs here in the first.
9th home run that Boz has allowed this season.
Soler chases and strikes out. Shonawell now, if you go back over the last 2 weeks, 11 games, he is batting .344, and this is his 2nd home run in that time.
Did a real nice job of bringing his hands in. That's a cutter, and he would create a lot of that on his launch angle, be able to lift that one up like he did. And exit velocity about 98 miles an hour, but it still ended up traveling 382 feet. Nice little warm, humid day here at the Big A. We had a little sprinkle there during the pregame show.
Well, raindrops today.
Keeps falling on my head.
I was beside myself.
That would get you a little bit.
But it actually
on the
cleared
edge
up quite nicely here before game time. So I feel better. Thanks for asking.
Well, it's always the important thing.
0-2 on Joe Adell. Shonawell boils down to swing decisions a lot, right? Learning which pitches he can get hits to left field with and which pitches he can hit for power to the pull side.
You can always tell when he's looking to do some damage to get the barrel out quicker, when he's worked ahead of the count. And that was a cutter that was upstairs. He's really good as a left-handed batter on elevated pitches compared to down and in, which you always think a left-handed swing is perfect for.
Well, Boz has been susceptible to first inning runs this year.
Both these pitchers, yeah.
His ERA in the first inning is 6 entering tonight. He's been much better after the first inning. The Angels tag Boz for 2 so far. Got a guy at the plate now who can make it 3 with 1 swing.
97th home run of the season for the Halos.
No balls and 2 strikes to count. Joe Adell has 10 of those home runs. You see at times through the order. The first time is when Boz has been hit the hardest.
So a couple of those first-round draft picks making their presence known.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Adell, another one who can hear. Neto and Shonawell combining for the early noise. Neto with a base hit, Shonawell with a home run. The Angels giving Ryan Johnson a lead to work with. Adell slams one through the left side.
There's that curveball that stayed in the middle of the plate. Nice swing by Joe Adell with 2 strikes again.
107.7 off the bat.
Boy, he hit some ground balls extremely hard. Well, when he starts getting that lift again, I mean, that baseball is going 400 plus every time. And here's tonight's Hyundai key for the game today. We're going Boz Skaggs. Take the money and run. We're talking about stealing some bases, but also that money shot, that blast by Shonawell. So take the money and run.
Got to go Boz Skaggs with Shane Boz on the mound.
It's mandatory.
That's what I heard. Angels have a 2-0 lead that usually leads to wins, just about for anybody, but the Angels have won 5 straight games when they've scored multiple runs in the first. It's usually a good recipe for success in a given day.
That helps you out. It allows your starting pitcher to relax and be a little bit more aggressive. That's the important thing. You're not worried about, making a mistake and costing your team a chance to win a game.
1 ball, no strikes on Peraza. Denzer Guzman getting a day off today. Peraza playing second base and Grissom playing third. And Guzman has really looked exceptional at third base defensively, and he's starting to swing the bat pretty well also. We've seen Peraza play some good defense throughout the year, and his bat really was carrying the ball club at times earlier in the first part of the first half of the season. The first half that ends today. This is the 81st game for the Angels. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Denzer's looking at the field. I don't know what this looks like. I'm usually out there playing every day.
Guzman's certainly going to continue to get his opportunities. Meanwhile, the Angels have had a long look at Shane Baz here in the first inning. This will be his 28th pitch. Check swing, ground ball. That'll get Baz out of the inning. Peraza fell out of the box as that ball landed on the pitcher's mound. But the Angels take a 2-0 lead. It was Nolan Shotwell breaking out the Shotwell towel.
Yes.
We need to talk about soda because Poppy's changed it for the better forever. It's a bubbly, bold, better for you soda that still gives you that iconic fizzy flavor you can't resist. With 5 grams of sugar and ingredients you can love. You can have your soda and drink it too. Poppy. Soda's back, but so much better.
The true West has no fences. There's an edge, but you gotta find it. Find comfort from the traditions that help define it, and the confidence from having the courage to defy it. But being brave isn't about being different. It's about being yourself. Now, we might not need more people in the West, but would it hurt to have a little more West in the people?
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
Today, Mike Trout out on the field doing light work, some agility work ahead of the game tonight on the injured list on June 18th with that right hamstring strain. Eligible to return on Sunday if it gets to that point. The good news, Kurt Suzuki said before the game today, is that he is progressing right now. They are ramping up the activity for him every single day. But again, he didn't put a timeline on that return. He was optimistic, so that is the good news. But he's feeling good, ramping up every single day. He's in the Angels dugout tonight. Remember, guys, still second among American League outfielders as far as the All-Star game is concerned. So a couple weeks out from now, but good to see him out on the field earlier today.
Yeah, really, he looked pretty comfortable out there too, Erica. That's a good sign to see for Trout out there moving around doing his agility workouts.
Well, Trout hoping to get back to help the team, and if he can, he'd be eligible for the All-Star game as well, as Basayo hits a high pop-up.
Boy, this kid is gigantic.
6'4", 250. And he hits high pop-ups too. Shotwell reached for that, but it was out of his reach.
He needed that towel to be able to get it.
This guy looks like he's on the Baltimore Ravens.
I know. He's giant.
He's only 21 years old.
I mean, you can imagine, well, you don't have that collision at home plate, but there were a lot of guys who would just stop when they got the home plate before the roll was put in. You can't run into the catcher. You won't want to run into him at home plate.
Exactly. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a chopper foul. He almost signed with the Yankees. The deal fell through because the Yankees gave so much money to Garrett Cole. They lost some of their international bonus pool money, so the Orioles swooped in and signed him. And then he wore out the minor leagues last year, so Baltimore gave him a major league contract already. He's got an 8-year deal worth $67 million that he was able to store in his first week in the major leagues last year.
Already has 20 extra base hits this season. A lot of power.
You can see how he generates it. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Basayo. Ground ball softly hit, though. This one at Oswald Peraza. And Johnson's retired the first 4.
Got a good sinker going away there. That was 93 plus. Starting to get some more velo back on his fastball. Not like it was early in the season when he was battling that illness and not having the power to let the baseball go.
Last time Johnson went 5 innings, that was his longest big league outing. Gave up 5 runs, though, all in the first inning, all to the first 5 batters that he faced. So he settled in nicely from there, and this is what the Angels wanted to see, more of the attack mode from Johnson. And a first pitch strike there on a swing and a miss from Mayo.
Doing that quite a bit so far. We talk about that deceptive delivery. It's just smooth and boom, it's on you that quickly. He's a big guy himself when you look at him out on the mound.
No balls and 2 strikes to count. Mayo hit his 10th home run of the season yesterday, but still batting just 190 overall with a .257 on base percentage. Means he's making a lot of outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mayo.
I'm liking that use of that sweeper. It's that deceptive delivery, just over the head and on you. That stride. First time I saw him in a spring training game, the hitters, their look on their faces like, what is that? That's a slide step to the max, even from the full windup.
That's nasty. Right in there, strike 3, and you can see the deception in that delivery, and you can start to see some of that poise and energy back, the confidence brewing for Ryan Johnson as well with that strikeout.
See how quick that is, and that snap on this, the cutter again. Think about how successful he was with the first 3 games. He had a win and a save. Welcome to the show. And he had never played professional baseball prior to that. That's the thing. It's still mind-boggling.
We went right into the annals of Angels history with that performance, going straight from essentially the draft to the big leagues. Swing and a miss here by Leody Taveras. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jim Abbott had a similar path. So where Jim Abbott's going to get the Jimmy V Award this year as part of the ESPY Awards in July.
Love that.
No one deserves it more. What an incredible story. Jim Abbott, the great California Angel pitcher, and someone
no hitter with the Yankees too. I mean, he's an all-time great guy. All-time great guy.
Congratulations to Jim Abbott on the Jimmy V Award. Well deserved. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Taveras.
I'm liking the fact that Ryan Johnson is using his splitter. That one he overthrew a little bit, but early in this at bat against Taveras, he had to throw a good one there too.
Taveras turns on that and hits it foul. Taveras back in the outfield today as he plays right field in this one.
They're trying to slow him down. They see how quick he works.
Two and two. Swing and a miss, struck him out. A good nasty splitter from Ryan Johnson.
Liking that one right there. A couple nasty ones in that at bat.
With Kalshi, you can trade on anything.
Man, tell them something they don't know. Like I'm from Greece.
Look at Gangario!
Before I was born late one night, but Papa said everything's alright.
Hello, campeón.
Don't know who can clean this? Thumbtack knows. Get recommendations for every kind of home project. Hire the right pro today.
They ask me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold?
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper 60th?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23? How about 40-70? You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Celebrate America's 250th birthday with this patriotic hat. The first 25,000 fans, Friday, July 3rd. Just a scratch. Against the Red Sox will receive a patriotic hat courtesy of Pechanga Resort Casino. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info.
Got to keep the pressure on here. Basu, a lot of pitches. First inning.
28 of them from Boz. Gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. Here's Christian Moore playing left field again tonight, leading off the bottom of the second. As he bounces the first pitch foul.
Boz was pretty fortunate too. That 3-1 pitch to Peraza, was basically almost trying to get out of the way of that, running in on him, and ended up hitting his bat, dribbled it right back to the mound. See him stay in on the ball here, Christian Moore. Just see how far he can hit the right center field. I mean, he's got pull power, a real good power to right center when he stays on the ball. He had a lot of home runs that way in AAA.
2 balls and a strike. Showed you Moore's 2-homer game against the Red Sox last year with his game-tying and game-winning home runs. It was the game-winning shot that was an opposite field homer.
Yeah, you see they're shading him over there to right center field.
Not going to go that way. He fouls it off 2-2. The 28 pitches from Boz in the first inning, his most in a first inning this year. And that even includes all the first inning squabbles he's had this season. Three balls and 2 strikes to count on Moore.
Still think there's a good chance that Christian Moore is going to see a curveball here.
Looking maybe for that curveball. He's late on the fastball and fouled it off.
Seeing some pitches, working the count effectively. Good to see that for Christian Moore.
Moore so far 2 for 12 at the major league level, and a good cut there on a fastball. More pitches for Boz after 28 in the first inning. He's thrown already 7 in this at bat to Moore.
Another good one. That was a good hack at a cutter. Got away with that one, Boz, but he was trying to hit that one way out the right center.
Boz was a first-round pick himself from the Houston area. He was drafted by the Pirates initially. They love trading pitchers. 3-2. There's a bouncer to third base. Mayo backs up to handle it. Moore's good speed, though. He's safe. Now they called him out.
That was a real close play. He got down there pretty quickly.
Mayo took forever to get rid of that ball.
Christian Moore's not so convinced he's out.
The Angels challenged it. Remember, they challenged a whole bunch of plays in the game yesterday. And it looks like on this instance, they are going to challenge it. So here comes James Hoy, who made the call at first.
Los Angeles is challenging the out call.
Yeah, I think he got his foot down there before the ball was in the glove.
So it was a big high hop on Alonso. Very close.
Close though. One angle looked like he got in there. This angle right here, maybe better view. The before that ball is secured in the glove.
Or it's nestled back there.
Yeah.
It looks like he's safe. The call on the field is out, though, so that is important to note. And it's really tough. It's a bang-bang play to be sure, and if it weren't for replay, I don't think anybody would necessarily even argue this one. But we'll see. Could go either way as Christian Moore tries to beat the play here at first base. Surprised how long Mayo took to get rid of that ball, too. Maybe not realizing the speed and athleticism of Moore.
We always feel whenever it takes this long, it's end up being that call stands.
Well, whatever happens here, James Hoy is going to sort it out for us.
Yes,
we know that.
We look forward to that one.
One way or the other.
Yes, he is Mr. Entertainment.
James Hoy will be behind the plate tomorrow for the finale of this series. It's very close. Every angle I've seen has done nothing to help. So
I'm going to say it's going to be a call stance. That's what I'm going to say.
Moore was 4.36 home to first, fastest we've seen him get down the line at the major league level. He was trying to leg out a base hit, and it appeared at first that he may have. And after seeing all these replays, it doesn't seem terribly clear one way or the other. This tie goes to the runner, a real thing?
Yeah. The ball wasn't secured in there.
After review, the call on the field's overturned. The runner is safe. LA will retain their challenge.
Mr. Entertainment, James Hoy. Well, I told you he was safe. I said he was safe right from up here.
Yes, you did.
So we'll just
there was a definitive angle that gave him that call.
Well, James Hoy.
I'll tell you, he's my all-time favorite umpire already.
This is a play at the plate last night, and James Hoy decided he was going to give us the real truth about what happened.
After review, the call on the field's overturned. The runner is safe. Out. The runner's out.
Swing and a miss by Logan O'Hoppe. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yes. He's always got a smile on his. Hey, he loves Kramer. You got to love him.
He actually really, I think, is the Kramer of umpires. O'Hoppe with a fly ball to shallow right. This was a couple of years ago here at Angel Stadium where James Hoy showed us the Kramer, a loathsome offensive brute.
Oh, he's the best.
A man-child crying out for love.
Oh, man.
That is our guy, James.
He is.
We wish he could umpire every.
Oh, there's no question.
1 ball, no strikes on Jose Siri.
He's always smiling, too. You got to love him.
We really do. A high strike to Siri. 1 ball and 1 strike. Christian Moore ends up with an infield hit to start the inning.
Still no attempts to steal against Boz yet. Mentioned 25 in his last 27 attempts against him. Now he does. He has a slide step, but it's his throwing motion. It delays that times to the plate. A little longer throwing motion.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Siri's hit 4 home runs since joining the Angels. A very injury-plagued season last year. Didn't hit much at the major league level with the Mets. He's never really hit for a high average, but he has hit for power in the past. Well, this year we've kind of seen him do both. 3 balls and a strike on Siri.
He's even mixed in a walk or 2.
Might be the wildest thing about his game so far this year. Walked 5 times in 76 plate appearances. Boost that on base percentage a bit. And there's another walk.
Yeah, we just brought it out there in the world.
So Jose Siri on with a base on balls. First and second with one out, and now back to the top of the order, and Neto.
Quite a few pitches again in this inning for Baez.
Well, Mercedes-Benz covers every base, and as far as shortstop home run leaders, you see Neto and Gunnar Henderson both near the top of the list over the last 3 seasons, with Willy Adames #1 on that list. Neto had a real one there.
Ooh, that was his pitch. Not been getting a lot of first pitch fastballs of late, and he got one there.
And those 17 homers are tied with Trout for the team lead. See Francisco Lindor on that list. He's finally due back to the Mets this week.
Not a fastball.
It's a foul tip, no balls, and 2 strikes. The metrics for Neto. He's walked more this year. He's struck out more this year. He's hit for more power this year. And overall, as an offensive player, he's about where he's ended up the last couple of years. Just kind of taking a different path to get there this year. Lifts this one toward right. As Leody Taveras moves into position to make the catch. Moore tagging up. He's going to third, and he'll make it. Well, Taveras kind of spun around as he caught that ball. Looked like he was in a good throwing position to begin with. And then as he spun back toward the infield, that gave Moore some extra time to advance.
Yeah, it's always good there, too, because you have a guy on the mound who already has 4 wild pitches on the season. So took that shot, get to third base, maybe take away that nasty knuckle curve out of the way. I mean, he spun around the wrong way on that one. He had a chance to be able to get him throwing position. He's already got more action in right field than he did all day yesterday at third.
That's true. That's the 3rd fly ball out for Taveras so far. So 2 outs now. Moore is at third, and Siri remains at first with Vaughn Grissom at the plate. Grissom flied out to right his first time as well. Inside out swing, a little floater. Alonso reaches it though to make the catch and end the inning.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network. Enhance game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
We, the people of the ballpark, are all in on baseball. We want dingers and dogs, sunshine and a beat, a place to take it all in and let it all out. And maybe more than anything, a few hours with one another. Baseball for the people.
Ryan Johnson so far in this game. He's got all his pitches working. His cutter has been really good. Called third strike with that cutter, that deceptive delivery. Another good cutter there. Then a nasty split. 3 punch-outs, 4 swing and misses so far early on for Ryan Johnson.
First pitch swinging here. It's Cowser bouncing to Shotwell and a quick out. So Ryan Johnson has retired the first 7 in a row that he has faced. 3 strikeouts in this game. He has never had more than 4 in a major league game. Struck out 4 against the Twins last April. And we're talking about a pitcher who has not had a ton of major league experience just yet, but this is his opportunity now with some injuries in the rotation to get a chance every 5th day and start to accumulate some of that experience up here. It's just his 20th major league game. It's his 3rd big league start, and he's only worked 30 major league innings overall.
He's got 3 ground ball outs too, which is a good sign for him.
Tyler O'Neill is the designated hitter looking at a strike. This is the most like what we saw in the very first week of last season from Johnson, what we're seeing here tonight, at least to this point.
And the key with his delivery is to make sure there's enough of a shoulder turn, left shoulder, to make sure he's working downhill effectively.
Good fastball there up in the zone. 2-2 on O'Neill. Johnson had 14 appearances last season, all out of the bullpen, all early in the year. And for a good chunk of those, between his 2nd and 11th appearances, he looked pretty good. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a span there of 10 games in which he allowed just 2 earned runs. That's the first base runner for Baltimore as Johnson ends up losing O'Neill.
He's kind of got a little bit quicker than normal in his delivery on that one.
He'll have to pitch out of the stretch for the first time when his mechanics are one way, and fairly unique mechanics as far as pitching out of the windup. How does that now change him when he pitches out of the stretch?
Yeah, that's the thing for him, though. I think the more I always looked at him when I watched him last year, I thought the way he throws, he's almost better pitching from the stretch position, because he could stay directly at the plate from the stretch. Now, I think the reason why in the full windup, bringing the hands over the head, I think he gets more power that way. So I think he loses a little bit on his velocity.
O'Neill was running as Jeremiah Jackson fouls one off. It's an interesting study with Johnson because he has so much deception when he's pitching out of the windup, and that deception and some of the velocity seems to go away when he's pitching out of the stretch.
So now it's like a normal stretch position where you have a slide step in there.
1 strike count on Jackson with O'Neill at first base. And they're all small sample sizes for Johnson so far, and he's had some innings blow up on him. Check swing and a good pitch there for a strike.
That was nasty. Good sweeper. That's the one he was trying to throw from a 2-2 count to O'Neill, who kind of got around it.
Breaking ball missed 2-2. So we haven't really seen enough in terms of sample size to pick a lane on how or which way he's been more effective. So far it's been out of the windup, but not a huge difference between those numbers yet. 2-2. But it is interesting because he essentially looks a lot different pitching out of the stretch because his windup is so unique.
You say now it's like a normal pitcher trying to be quick to the plate with a slide step. So now the hitter can kind of time that a little bit better than he would be out of the full windup.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Check swing. He went around. Strike 3.
That was a good cutter there. Firm cutter. Between his cutter and sweeper, there's about anywhere between 8 to 10 mile-an-hour differential in the speeds, but similar break to it. It's 4 punch-outs. Ryan Johnson.
Batter now is Taylor Ward.
Remember, he swung at the first pitch fastball first at bat and did the same thing last night on the first pitch of the game.
Breaking ball dropped in there. Ward buckled as it arrived. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 4 strikeouts for Johnson match a career high, and that's a new season high at this level.
Came right back with that sweeper again. He took a little bit off both of them at 78 miles an hour.
I was just going to say, he's mixing speeds quite a bit here so far tonight.
Yeah. So this might be the time where he might try that hard cutter. See if he get him a chase very similar to what he got Jackson to go after it.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Taylor Ward. O'Neill is at first. He walked.
The thing about Taylor Ward, though, he doesn't really chase a whole lot either. He will take a call third strike.
Yeah, you got to swing to chase.
Yeah. Exactly.
Taylor Ward has walked a lot this season, only behind Trout and Kurtz in the walk category in the American League. That's a bouncer foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's not chasing it. It doesn't swing.
I mean, you look at that swing percentage down a ton. Same thing with the chase.
He has the 2nd most walks in Orioles history before July 1st. We're still a week away. July 1st is a week from tomorrow. He's only 1 behind Randy Milligan, who had 65 walks through June in 1990. Did you issue any of those?
I'm sure. That goes without saying.
Swing.
He chased it. See, we just brought that out into the baseball world.
Now, Ryan Johnson's already established a new career high in strikeouts. He has fanned 5 in the first 3 innings, and he does the unthinkable. He gets Taylor Ward to chase.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Major League Baseball is back and bigger than ever before.
Pause. I'll take it from here. This is MLB Clubhouse, the YouTube channel where kids run the show, with a spot for every member of your team. Just look at this lineup.
Play ball.
Welcome to MLB Art Club. And this is the dugout. Hey, that's us. Let's see that again. Slide into the home of major fun, MLB Clubhouse. Now on YouTube.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app.
Angels with a couple of runs in the first inning thanks to this big swing for Nolan Shotwell.
Shaw, wow, in that one there, he got himself in a good hitter's count, got a cutter, was elevated enough. Smoked that out to right center field, 5th home run.
Mentioned for Shotwell now a .344 average over his last 11 games. So a couple of home runs in that span as well, including tonight.
Pitcher's challenging the ball call.
The pitcher.
Challenge.
Wow.
Oh, I've seen this a few times.
No, I don't think it's going to work all that well either.
This is why we don't see it that much.
I'm so glad they didn't have that when I was pitching. Every pitch I threw, I was convinced it was a strike.
Well, that was not a strike that Shane Baz just threw, and he was convinced as well.
Yes.
1 ball, no strikes on Shotwell. Kurt Suzuki talked about ABS before the game today. There are some discussions around it quite often. Been interesting to me about how many times we see a challenge lost in low leverage spots. I mean, in that case, what's the difference if it's a strike or a ball ultimately, especially when you think about the reward versus what you lose. Now you've lost a challenge for your team, and you really handcuff your offense as you're trailing. And we see that more than you'd think. A lot of challenges just get lost for little reward. Shonowell strikes out, and that's a good example. Boz comes back and strikes him out.
Exactly.
You lost a challenge for your hitters at what? For what?
Yeah, I mean, really, when you think about fastball upstairs, he doesn't miss that upstairs too often. But yeah, that's a time when you don't need a challenge. I remember going in there in the videotape room, asking our guy, I said, what was that pitch? He goes, what the umpire call? He said a strike. Well, then it was a strike. I'm like, well, that didn't help me out a whole lot. Is he called it a strike? What are you going to do?
Soler off the end of his bat skies one to shallow left center. And it is Cowser in to make the play. So 2 quick outs here in the 3rd inning. But maybe the biggest outcome so far in this inning is that Boz lost a challenge for his team.
And he had thrown a ton of pitches really in the first 2 innings, but now he 1 pitch out. We saw that quite a bit last night. 5 against, the Bradish, and then 1 more. So 6 1-pitch outs last night.
2 out, nobody on. Joe Adell with a base hit in the 1st inning. We see the numbers in ABS, and some teams have been better with it than others. I don't know if a real advantage has been gained necessarily by anybody to this point as far as working that system to their true advantage.
I originally thought it would help hitters out more so. Those pitches that are called a strike, about a half a baseball off the corner. Now all of a sudden it's been forcing pitchers to throw more strikes in the zone, give you a better chance to hit.
Ball 1 strike on Adell. Bounces this one in between 3rd and short. It's handled by the 3rd baseman Mayo.
Wow, he's close to being off the base.
We'll see if the Angels want to challenge that. James Hoy, the first base umpire, looking into the dugout as Joe Adell was called out, and it looks like the Angels will not challenge. Great job by Alonso to lay out and pick that throw out of the dirt.
From your favorite team,
The Phillies walked it off.
to the league's biggest stars.
Jaw-dropping stuff from Bobby Witt Jr.
Hey, I know that guy. Great player.
Stay in the know all season long on Play Ball, only on MLB Network.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
The road to the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard starts with you. Who will take the field this July? The power is in your hands. Phase 1 of the 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star Ballot is open. Vote up to 5 times daily for your favorite stars and get a bonus daily vote by downloading the Konami eBaseball MLB Pro Spirit game. Top vote getters advance for the chance to be a starter. Cast your ballots at MLB.com/vote.
And Gunnar Henderson coming to mound. Let's take a look at our StatCast to be powered by Google Cloud. You go back to 25 as compared to 26, where his attack angle is and where the bat speed is a little bit different. Longer swing when you look back to 25 as compared to this season, where when you look up, he's got 32 extra base hits, so it's a little bit more direct on his angle to get to that baseball and attack it.
balls and no strikes. See Henderson's swing path comparison the last couple of years. It's an incredible season that he had 2 years ago when he set the Orioles shortstop home run record, which is a big deal there because it's Ripken.
This is going to go against Sohapi here also.
This is it's 2-0 to leadoff batter in the inning, and now it's 3-0.
Pitch to the ball.
I mean, I just watched. It was interesting. We just watching Ryan Johnson's few pitches in between innings, the warm-up pitches. He missed by a lot, and so far he's missed by a lot in the first 3 pitches here.
It's a strike back there, 3-1.
But I know it's his warm-up, but still, you want to be, especially on a roll he's been on. You just want to keep that same arm angle, the same direct path. As far as we talk about hitters, the same thing with a pitcher stepping towards the plate.
There's a fly ball to left center field as Siri settles and squeezes one out.
Siri is. He's an entertainer also.
And that was another
James Hoy got to be going on tour sometimes.
But another example of a challenge lost in a low leverage situation. I mean, what came of it? Nothing. Henderson flied out. He had a 2-1 count or 3-0 count. Not really. The pitcher still behind in that case. So another low leverage challenge lost, and now both teams have just one left. 0-1 to Pete Alonso. I don't know if any team has really mastered it yet.
Not a lot of first pitch strikes thrown by Ryan Johnson.
Just 3. 2-0 on Alonso, grounded out his first time.
Able to get right back in there. Just 12 batters faces. 3 times he's thrown a first pitch strike.
It's 2-1 on Alonso, leads the Orioles with his 18 home runs.
That's a good split.
That was a good one.
His arm action on that split is really good. He's selling as if he's throwing a fastball. And what I mean by that, the same hard, quick angle he's throwing his splitter as his fastball, and the hitter just jumps out in front, think it's going to be a sinker to catch up to it.
It's 2-2. Alonso swats one foul.
And then you see how late he is then on a fastball right after that, 93.
Alonso's 18 homers not only leading this year's Orioles, he would have led last year's Orioles with that number. Team leader for Baltimore last year only had 17. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Cutter came back in the count, got a punchy again. 5 strikeouts in the game for Ryan Johnson. Love his reaction too on this strikeout.
Johnson, who never had more than 4 in a game until tonight, now has fanned 6 out of the 12 that he has faced, and it's Basayo standing in here, waving and missing at that splitter.
Well, we were talking about that, how important it was for him to establish a splitter early. He's done that. He's done a really good job using that pitch. It's almost like it's a split finger changeup.
Balls at 1 strike. Basayo grounded out weakly his first time, and he's way off balance again here. It's 0-2.
There's no, for me right now, Wayne, there's no reason to, there's no setup pitch needed. You got to go right back to that same splitter.
Let's see if Ohapi and Johnson are on the same page with that. 0-2 with a fastball. Be it a cutter, but still something harder than the splitter.
More likely he's going back, and now he can look for that now. And then he's not going to go after it. That's why you go 0-2 with that, because he's got a chance to go right back at it and swing at it. He knew he was going right back to that splitter there. And he hadn't established he could throw a first strike necessarily there, so he was able to take that rather easily.
One ball and 2 strikes, the count on Basayo. And a ground ball hit to first as Shonowell handles that. Basayo's battling flying after it. It was a broken bat. And he grounds out. So another 1-2-3 inning for Johnson.
You read every label at the grocery store, but have you read your dog's food label? Sundays for Dogs gently air dries meat and superfoods to preserve nutrients and flavor. It's healthy, complete nutrition with no artificial preservatives, fillers, or synthetics. Plus, there's no refrigeration or thawing required. Just scoop and serve. See the difference real food makes in your dog's life. Get 30% off your first box today.
Why go on Roe? Because 1 in 4 guys.
1 in 4 guys.
1 in 4 guys experience ED. On Roe, ED feels like no big deal. Connect with a provider to find treatment that could be right for you. 100% online.
Roe designed or curated treatments to make ED feel less stressful. There are options to fit every need, like fast-acting dissolvables or daily gummies. If 1 in 4 guys deal with ED,
then 1 in 4 guys should go on Roe.
Guys, connect with a provider at roe.co to see if you qualify.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
We're celebrating America's 250th birthday at the Big A with 4th of July weekend fireworks. Halos and Red Sox Friday, July 3rd through Sunday, July 5th. You can stay after for every game to get a post-game fireworks show driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers, angels.com/promotions.
Ryan Johnson has been excellent so far. Remember Peraza on a 3-1 pitch, fastball in. I would imagine Peraza maybe trying to do some damage first pitch here.
Peraza had a check swing grounder his first time and a good cut at that first pitch, but fouled it back.
Interesting thing, you're seeing a lot more fastballs, back-to-back games for Baltimore starters, and when you look at their numbers on curveballs and sliders coming into the game, I mean, they were dominating pitches, but they're using their fastballs a lot.
Boz has tended to use that knuckle curve as a put-away pitch. Mentioned the big number of strikeouts on that pitch this year. He was trying to get a strikeout on Peraza, but Peraza was able to just touch it. No balls and 2 strikes. Bradish had the Angels off balance mostly yesterday with just between fastballs and breaking balls.
But he was able to spot his fastball so effectively down and away.
Yeah, he was touching that outside corner quite a bit around the knees. And this time Oswald Peraza does chase. So the knuckle curve racks up another strikeout for Boz. That's his 3rd strikeout overall tonight.
Yeah, coming into the game he had 41 strikeouts with his knuckle curve. You're going to see a knuckle curve tomorrow afternoon. It's a good one right there. That's how tight that break was. Really good spin rate on it.
Here's Christian Moore at an infield hit his first time. Grounds this one to the second base side as Jackson handles that. 2 up, 2 down. Quick at bat for Moore after he legged out an infield hit his first time. Here's Logan O'Hoppe, who flied to right his first time. He is the subject of our Kia player profile, and things going better for O'Hoppe at the plate so far in June.
Yeah, the fly ball percentage is increasing, and you're seeing more extra base hits because of that, and a lot more contact made.
Since June 8th, hitting .405, he has 6 extra base hits in that 12-game span. A home run in West Sacramento, as you'd expect him to. He's at 5 home runs there now between last season and this season. Knuckle curve had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. So Hoppe flying to right field his first time today. A lot of pitches for Boz in the first 2 innings.
Really quick, efficient 3rd inning now. Quick one now going into the 4th. Wow. That's a pretty good pitch. Lost one of those challenges. That's one of those ones you would challenge on the normal circuit when you have both of them, because that's a punch out. Because O'Hoppe can make you pay for that now.
Wiped him out with the breaking ball, and that ends the inning. So Boz back on track, has retired 8 in a row.
Guys, stop what you're doing and head over to Fabletics, because right now everything is 80% off, including shirts, tees, polos, and shorts, pants, joggers. Perfect for the gym, office, or golf. Get 80% off everything right now when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
Broken! Ever since I started wearing hands-free glide step Skechers Sleep-ins, my other shoes are useless. With Skechers Sleep-ins, I just step in and they're on. Try Skechers Sleep-ins.
Greenlight's been amazing, encouraging the kids to do their chores and save. We started using Greenlight to get chores done, but it has led to so much more.
Hey Noah, what are you doing?
I'm researching the stock market.
What's a stock market?
Hey, I'm at the game. And we should always use Game Time for tickets. They're dropping cool features like zone deals and price drop alerts so we can go to more games and shows. Finally, a ticketing app that actually gives a Download the app today.
What actually works? I want to understand the choices I'm making. Now I know. Thorn.
This is Fubo. It's your way to watch your local teams all season long. Starting at only $14.99 a month. Plus, you can watch 4 games at once with Multiview. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Far in the whiffs, basically with 12 of them already. 5 on the splitter, well below the strike zone. Perfect job with that splitter. Cutter, 3, sweeper 3, and a sinker with 1. Mixing and matching around the strike zone, but below with that splitter has been really good with 12 whiffs so far. 6 punch-outs, career high strikeouts for Ryan Johnson.
Orioles haven't even really squared him up to this point. A lot of weak contact on the ground as well. Kobe Mayo struck out looking his first time. Leading off the 5th with a bouncing ball to 3rd. Grissom grabs and throws and gets Mayo 1 out.
That's a long throw across the diamond for Von Grissom. Nice play. Another quick 1-pitch out. Seen a lot of him in the series so far.
Angels made 6 last night. Orioles have made a couple here in the first 4 and a 3rd innings against Johnson. As Leody Taveras bats, he struck out his first time. I've seen Taveras plenty before, a longtime member of the Texas Rangers. Trying to bunt his way on here.
Well, he figured, you know what? Why didn't you do that against me? I'll do it against you.
5th inning. 2-0. It's reasonable.
Yes.
Don't get Bob Brenly started though on that. A little later in the game, a little more lopsided score, I think. Then Tapper foul.
Close game like this. I still remember in Detroit where Eric Ibar did that to Justin Verlander. I think it was a 1 or 2-0 game too, and he ended up being a bunt hit, and Verlander was not real happy with it. But Eric Ibar went right back at him though. Said it's a close game.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a 2-0 game.
You can certainly understand it. It's still early in this one. Only the 5th inning. No balls, 2 strikes on Leody Taveras. And it's always funny to think back to Bob Brenly's reaction when Ben Davis tried to drop a bunt on Kurt Schilling.
Good Philly guy, Malvern Prep.
Grounded foul pass first. Last time an Angels rookie took a no-hitter this deep into a game. Reed Detmers, who went the distance with it against the Tampa Bay Rays in 2022. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a pop-up. See if it stays in for Grissom. It will not. Ooh. Nice catch on the carom there. Taveras punched out his first time, one of the 6 strikeouts for Ryan Johnson. Taveras able to at least stay alive there.
But now the sequence right there with that sinker there at 93, you think got a shot at that splitter there now.
Just missed, and the count goes to 2-2.
That's just a real good take. That was a perfect sequence there.
Tavares in the past has had a penchant for striking out. It's a lazy fly ball here to shallow right center. Series calling for it and makes the catch. 2 outs. 75 pitches for Johnson here in 4 2/3 innings. Fairly reasonable pitch count. A good ball to strike ratio too.
And we got Cowser to ground out to Shonewell on the first pitch. His first at bat.
One of those 1-pitch outs we talked about before. Breaking ball lands for strike 1 to Cowser. He's hit the ball well over the last month. Cowser has battled injuries. A lot of these young Orioles have just not been able to consistently deliver for this club. And Johnson ahead of him 0-2. And at times they looked like they were going to be amazing players. Cowser was the Rookie of the Year runner-up 2 years ago. Hit 24 home runs. Had a fractured thumb last year, missed a lot of time, and he's been slow going this year, although better of late. Fouls this one off his foot.
Good cutter there. Good spot.
How good did Jordan Westbrook look like he was going to be?
Yes.
Disappeared entirely because of injuries.
It's one thing you just never know when it comes to injuries when you're a young player, even though you look like you're going to be an outstanding player for a lot of years. To staying healthy, it's a grind. Baseball season.
The ball's 2 strikes.
That was a strike anyhow.
Yeah, the Angels are walking off the field. Oapi's going to challenge.
This is going to be a big one right here.
Powered by T-Mobile. It is strike 3, and the inning's over.
Pitch to strike.
All right. So that's 1 pair of glasses.
Yep.
With prescription lenses. Plus anti-reflective lens coating.
Oh.
Scratch-resistant coating.
Did I choose?
UV protection. Award-winning customer service.
That's me.
That's also me. Free returns, free exchanges, and free frame adjustments for life.
And how much more is that?
Oh, it's all included at Warby Parker.
So my glasses
are still just $95.
Oh.
Surprise! I just get excited.
With Kalshi, you can trade on anything.
Man, tell them something they don't know. Like I'm from Greece.
Looking good, Yaddy-O!
Before I was born late one night, but Papa said everything's alright.
Hello, campeón.
As a parent, your plate is usually full long before dinner time rolls around. That's why Home Chef's family menu is making it easier than ever to sit down and eat together. Delicious 4-serving meals packed with family-friendly flavors are just a delivery away. Our fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and simple recipe steps save you time and money while making it easy to sit down for a family meal everyone will love. Home Chef's family menu, solving family dinner, 1 meal at a time. Get 18 free meals at homechef.com.
Broadcast television is here for you, and don't miss a moment with Angels.tv. Stream the rest of this season with the Angels territory for $74.99. Watch games at home or on the go. Stay connected all year long, subject to national exclusivities like Peacock this Sunday.
Yes.
Visit Angels.tv for details and start streaming today. Jose Siri leads off the bottom of the 5th. You and Dallas Braden already having discussions about the playlists you're going to listen to?
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. Might even carpool on the way down.
Sunday at the ballpark with Peacock for the Angels and the A's on Sunday afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dave Fleming's going to come down from the Bay Area to work with you in Dallas.
Yes.
John Fanta.
Yes.
Will be roaming the sidelines, I guess.
Yes, he will. He'll be fantastic.
wherever he may run.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes. ABTV will have the other games on this list, though, including tomorrow's day game with the Orioles, Friday night, Saturday night with the A's in town, 3 in Seattle next week, and then the 3rd and 4th of July against the Red Sox. July 5th will also be on Peacock, but it won't be any of us.
No.
It's going to be Red Sox only on Peacock July 5th. I'm going to have to talk to your guys over at NBC and see what we did wrong.
No. I said I thought we were friends.
You have to listen to Merloni's accent too while during that game. So good luck. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, appreciate you saying that.
Well, Angels and the Red Sox next weekend. Henderson's going to let this one fly, and Siri flying is out.
He wants the challenge, but I think he is out there.
As demonstrative as someone could ask for a challenge.
I thought he got him.
Angels are going to challenge.
No, not our guy.
James Hoy's going to go back to work. Let's see. Henderson maybe took a little moment to get that grip.
Los Angeles is changing the out.
He's safe.
He's safe. He is safe.
It's almost as close as the one earlier.
And this angle right here might not be as automatic to say safe. It's tougher to see.
From there, yeah. Siri with a long stride to get to the base.
Look, his foot's on the bag there.
Yeah, from that angle, he looks very safe.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner is safe.
Yeah, that was quick.
Los Angeles scored the take.
Wow.
Yeah, that angle too. He was clearly safe. So Jose Siri with his dramatics, his theatrics at first.
Over 31 feet per second going down the line. That is elite speed.
Oh, you knew Henderson, who was trying to get all his momentum into that throw, was going to fire it over there, but Siri just outran it. The Angels have an infield hit. Now Neto, who singled and scored in the first.
Going to throw over here at some point.
Siri with a big lead. There's a rocket toward left center field. This one headed for the gap in deep. It is off the bottom of the wall. Siri's on his horse. He's being held at third as Taylor Ward got it in quickly. Double for Neto, second and third, nobody out.
Great swing, jumping on the first pitch, a four-seam fastball. This time he got that four-seamer. 2 for 3 in the game for Neto. A Neto fan in the stands happy. Taylor Ward knows a little bit about that wall out there. He played that perfectly. That ball was crushed. 108.7 miles per hour off the bat. 16 doubles, 17 home runs, 2 triples. You can't play this any better than Taylor Ward did off the wall there.
Yeah, perfectly done. But with no outs, no reason to risk it. Angels have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up. It's Grissom with the infield in. Ground ball, base hit. Siri will come home. Here comes Neto. He's being waved to the plate. Ward's throw on the way in. Cut off. 2-run score. A base hit for Grissom. 4-0 Angels.
We never got a chance to say this in a while, but Vince Vaughn Grissom joining the party. Driving in 2 with the infield in.
First RBI since coming off the injured list. 29 now on the year. Well, the Angels certainly know you can run on Taylor Ward.
Did a nice job. He got that, he hit on top of that knuckle curve, but he hit it hard. Just about 103 miles per hour off the bat. Infield in, your percentage of getting a hit through the infield increased with the infield in.
Strike to Shonawell. You can see a lot of runs scored when the left fielder has the ball before the runner touches third base, especially with his momentum coming in. Taylor Ward does not possess that strong of an arm. The Angels came home easily on it.
By the way, you see Siri there? He goes, you can thank me for that, for this inning so far by challenging that one and beating that out, going over 31 feet per second to first base.
Incredible hustle.
Wow.
And speed that Siri showed. He's such an exciting player. Feeling healthy. There's a lot of spunk to this ball club.
Yes, he does.
Angels now with a 4-0 lead. 2 runs in the inning. Shonawell drove in 2 in the first with a home run. Shane Boz, who's been pretty good lately.
Wow, that's another good pitch in the corner.
Boz had a 2.39 ERA in his last 6 starts entering today, but Angels have touched him up for 4 in just 4+ innings. That's ripped to right, base hit. Grissom heads for third. Shonowell with the 4th straight hit of the inning, his 2nd tonight.
You know, when we talk about those leverage situations, he has Shonowell struck out. That pitch before was a strike. They didn't challenge it. Instead, he gets a knuckle curve and he rocks that into the outfield. Another well-hit baseball by Shonowell.
That's a great point based on our discussion earlier. A low leverage challenge was lost by the Orioles in Shonowell's last at bat in the 3rd inning. And here you had an opportunity to use a challenge. The Orioles didn't, maybe felt like they couldn't because they only had 1 left. And now Nolan Shonowell with a base hit puts runners on the corners. So the Angels are in business already. 2 home, 2 more on with no outs. And here's a drive with Hyundai.
A car that sees what you can't, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
The Angels a chance to bust it open here against Boz.
By the way, we often talk about how well the bottom of the lineup has been doing. It's been the top 3 doing some damage here tonight. 5 for 9. 4 stakes. That was a rocket by Zach Neto. Some real good at bats again. 2 more hits in the game for Shonowell, and Siri with that speed.
Here is Soler, struck out and flied out so far today. Nice pick by Masayo.
That was a real good pick. I mean, look at this right now, the way the infield's set up. They're even giving you a run potentially. Even if it's a ground ball double play, they're giving you a run. So Soler, he knows a little bit about driving in some runs. He's got to find a way to make good contact here. Get it by the pitcher. You should be able to get a run home no matter what.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Soler tops that 1 foul. Soler's been in the lineup each of the first 2 days in this series after coming back from the injured list. Certainly changes the formula of playing time. You see Donovan Walton and Wade Meckler both on the bench tonight, and Denzer Guzman. All 3 have been part of the Angels scoring a huge number of runs over the last month. That ball line toward left center should bring the run home. Hauser makes the catch. Here comes Grissom. Throw to the plate, comes all the way in. 5-0 as Soler drives in another run.
Nice job by Soler on that one right there. Driving in that run, sac fly. Sometimes there's a lot of talk about, you know, is the RBI and the value of the RBI, but that's how you score runs. That's how you win ball games. The best I've ever seen is Albert Pujols. I mean, he would get that guy home from third every single time. Just like Soler got a pitch to be able to hit in the air. He got the job done.
I believe Albert Pujols, I have to look it up. I believe he's the all-time leader in sac flies, to your point. 1 out. 123 career sac flies.
Wow.
For Albert Pujols.
I've never seen anybody like him. No matter what. Even a ground ball to second base with the infield back like that, he would get him home for third. No matter what it was, Albert Pujols was getting you home.
It's 3rd all-time in sac flies. As Adele hits a pop-up here to shallow right. Couple of Orioles actually 1 and 2 all-time in sacrifice flies. Eddie Murray, number 1 all-time. Cal Ripken, number 2. And Albert tied for 3rd with Robin Yount.
That's some all Hall of Famers there.
Yeah.
Well, Albert will be there soon.
Hank Aaron, Frank Thomas, George Brett.
All Hall of Famers, knowing how to get in the value of an RBI.
Andre Dawson near the top of that list as well. 11th all-time. Don Baylor, 12th, former Angel.
Groove. Miss Groove.
Strike two, Peraza. A lot of Hall of Famers on that list. Longevity's part of that, but you're right. The value of getting that run in. Albert, one of the best ever at doing that. No balls and one strike on Peraza. It's interesting to hear Kurt Suzuki before the game today saying it's a little harder to make the lineup card now because you got so many guys worthy of playing time between Meckler, Walton, and Guzman all not starting today. Those guys you want to keep fresh and get playing time. Soler had been a big part of the offense early in the year. Grissom had done well when he first got here. So did Peraza. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Plus you need to see what Christian Moore can do. So there's a lot more working in the formula of how to make a lineup every day for this team.
But it keeps everyone, fresh. It gives. I mean, that's why it's so important to be able to play a number of different positions.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Or in series case, well.
Whoa, I'm jumping in there if that's by Jim Palmer.
2 doors down.
Okay, just making sure.
There is the Hall of Famer.
Yes, I'm ready to jump in there.
And JR's
and
there.
JR too.
And Kevin Brown's there.
Yes.
1 ball, 2 strikes as Peraza fouls that one off.
Got a chance to talk to Jim Palmer today. He'll be on our pregame show tomorrow. Cakes.
The greatest pitcher in the history of the Orioles. Won 268 games for them. Won 20 games. 7, 8 times. Throw to first, chases back Shonowell. Jim Palmer pitched in the 60s, 70s, and 80s for the Orioles.
Well, his stories with Earl Weaver, legendary.
3-time Cy Young winner.
And he still remembers every pitch he ever threw. It's unreal.
Peraza goes out of the zone to strike out, and that ends the inning. Jose Siri gets the rally started. Angels put up a 3 spot in the 5th.
Speed. Siri.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app.
Baseball and community go hand in hand. And with Pitch, Hit, and Run, you can make a lasting impact. Register to showcase the foundational skills of young athletes from your local community in the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball, known as Pitch, Hit, and Run. Make an impact today. Pitch, Hit, and Run. Scan the QR code to sign up and host an event.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
That is a beautiful shot on the top of the right field corner at Angel Stadium. The cotton candy skies developing in Southern California with the sun setting soon. And Ryan Johnson has put together the best outing of his major league career so far. How far can he take it is the question. As Tyler O'Neill comes up empty, one ball,
nice job taking something off that sweeper. He had been sitting on that bench for quite a while. It's good to see him be able to have a feel for a sweeper.
O'Neill's the only base runner for Baltimore. He walked his last time. It's the only man that has reached safely against Johnson. He has retired 15 out of 16. He has 7 strikeouts. 2 balls and a strike on O'Neill. And that's a strike after a little bit of time to think about it for DJ Rayburn, the home plate umpire.
It was the match game. You got it.
2-2 now. Whatever happens here as we go along tonight, Johnson's pitch count getting to the point where he's not going to go 9.
No, but I remember he went 9 innings in a minor league game last year, but hasn't been stretched out that far this season.
That was in a 1-hitter with 12 strikeouts. O'Neill hits this one about a mile into the air. Where's your guy Victor Glover? He needed to catch that one for us.
I think so.
Up in the sky.
He's ready to make the play. I know that. It's back-to-back kind of pitches. The splitter was up, sweeper up. So that's something that is, Mike Maddox is already thinking, okay, there's a couple pitches that that stayed upstairs. You wonder if he's getting a little fatigued.
Struck him out. That's the 8th strikeout for Ryan Johnson.
Cut piece. Came right back. That was a firm cutter too. About 91. That's why, like we were showing earlier, how different it is from the full windup as compared to the stretch. That's the kind of swing you're going to get from that. The deception.
Such a brisk movement when he lets that ball go. Here's Jackson with a line drive in the first Orioles hit. 5 1/3 hitless innings with 8 strikeouts. Ryan Johnson emerged here tonight.
Yeah, he went inside out on that cutter. Fans appreciate how impressive that was. For Ryan Johnson, it's a good decision right now. I love this one here now.
Mike Maddox goes to the mound. Ryan Johnson taking a no-hitter into the 6th inning and just his 3rd major league start tonight, mind you. He struck out 8 through the first 5 1/3. Now he has allowed a hit for the first time with Jeremiah Jackson, the former Angel farmman, and former Angel, knocking that ball into right center field. So the Angels bullpen starts to move around a little bit too as Taylor Ward bats with 1 out.
Yeah, he hit that ball well, Jackson. 106 miles per hour off the bat. This conversation is, hey, forget about that at bat. See if you can get 2 outs at 1 swing.
In the last 50 years, only 2 other Angel rookie pitchers had a no-hitter through 5 innings with at least 7 strikeouts. Shohei in 2018 and Jared Weaver in 2006.
Weaver eventually threw a no-hitter himself, and so did Reed Detmers threw him, but he only had 2 punch-outs in that game when he's a rookie.
And here is Ward, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Five of the strikeouts tonight for Johnson have come on that pitch, the cutter. Why do you think that has been the put-away pitch?
It's pretty firm, too. He can go anywhere between 87 and 91, but it's a late break. The reading 4-seam fastball, but it's the late, tight break to it.
The ball's at a strike on Taylor Ward, who flied out his first time.
Then he's able to change speeds with his splitter and even his sweeper. Remember, he got him to chase out of the strike zone last time, which you'd never see from Taylor Ward.
And that very low chase rate for Ward was exposed when Johnson put him away in the 3rd. 0-2 here. Ground ball to 3rd. Grissom has it. Over to 2nd. 1. Over to first. 2. A double play.
Love that reaction by Ryan Johnson. Great visit by Mike Maddox. That's exactly what he said. 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. It's exactly what he did. Ground ball double play.
6 scoreless on just 1 hit. Ryan Johnson's 3rd major league start. He has emerged here tonight.
From your favorite team,
the Phillies walked it off,
to the league's biggest stars.
Jaw-dropping stuff from Bobby Witt Jr.
Hey, I know that guy. Great player.
Stay in the know all season long on Play Ball, only on MLB Network.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus. ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
They ask me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold?
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305? You see Big Dumper 60th?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23? How about 40-70?
You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Angels baseball on ABTV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. By the Healthcare Agency, your mental wellness resource. And by StubHub, a proud partner of Angels baseball. Incredible outing for Ryan Johnson, by far and away his best as a big leaguer.
Love that reaction. How big was that for him to get that ground ball double play? He was on his game.
Lost his no-hit bid in the prior at-bat when Jeremiah Jackson singled with 1 out in the 6th. And after the visit from Mike Maddox, Taylor Ward hit into a double play, and the 6th inning was soon over. Now Christian Moore against the new Orioles pitcher. Albert Suarez delivers ball 1.
Suarez fastball, another firm fastball, up to 96 miles an hour, curveball, slider, changeup.
From the fastball and the cutter, he'll basically kind of a Bartolo Colon-like usage of his fastballs. As Moore sends one toward right, pretty well hit. Tavares backs up and has it.
I like that swing, though. A real solid swing for Christian Moore.
1 out here in the 6th inning.
That was 107 miles per hour off the bat.
That's made it look so easy.
I know,
to that,
but he's a solid outfielder. But that's a great swing, and he's getting high fives from Brady Anderson coming in there. That's the kind of swing can get Christian Moore locked in.
There's Logan O'Hoppe 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. Suarez with the cutter there. Suarez is actually the brother of Robert Suarez, who's now with the Atlanta Braves, the former Padres closer.
Well, he could bring some gas, his brother. Whew. Goes firm fastball.
I always put it in my notes, if a player signed with a team that has had a name change over the years, just to kind of tie in together if someone's been around for a while. Well, in 2006, Albert Suarez was originally signed by the Devil Rays. They weren't even the Rays yet. They were still the Devil Rays when Albert Suarez signed. So he's old.
Hey, that ain't right, Wayne.
Well, the Devil Rays didn't even exist when you got signed or drafted. Neither did the Rockies or the Marlins or the Diamondbacks, for that matter.
Or when I carried the tablets down for the mountain. Is that what you're trying to say?
1 ball and 2 strikes. And O'Hoppe is down on strikes thanks to that cutter 2 away. I could really dig in and tell you how old the Blue Jays and the Mariners were when you drafted.
Wow.
They were just toddler teams back then. 2 outs as Siri bats.
I need you, Siri, right now. You got to entertain us. Get the conversation changed.
Jose Siri had a base hit and a run scored his last time as he foul tips one into the glove of Basayo. But you can see Suarez throw between his fastball and a cutter. He'll throw that about 80% of the time. Sammy Natera up in the Angels bullpen. Looks like Johnson might be done after 6 stellar innings tonight.
What a performance by Ryan Johnson tonight.
See if this stays in for Basayo. It does in the on-deck circle, and that ends the inning.
This 4th of July, skip the heat, keep the fireworks. Avocado's certified organic mattresses sleep cooler, made without polyurethane foams, and crafted with natural latex, cotton, and wool. So they're naturally breathable, comfortable, and supportive. Because better organic materials make all the difference. Save 15% on our award-winning mattresses this July 4th sale. Avocado, celebrate organic. Shop at avocadomattress.com or leading retailers nationwide.
Go all in on game nights with MLB Plus. Catch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcast of every game. Even stream minor league action and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Two base runners, a walk and a single in his 6 innings without giving up a run.
Well, you talk about mixing and matching. He had enough on his fastball, the sinker. His cutter was excellent. Sweeper was really, really good. And he established and threw his splitter throughout. Dominant performance. 6 shutout, 8 punch-outs, career high. By a bunch on that career high. Finished it off with a 5-4-3 double play, and I love his reaction. The Toyota player of the game, Ryan Johnson, 6 shutout innings, dominant 90 pitches thrown. What a performance.
Only the 6th Angels rookie pitcher to go 6 scoreless with 8 or more strikeouts and 1 or no hits allowed in franchise history. The last was Shohei 8 years ago. As Gunnar Henderson leads off here in the 7th against Sammy Natera, another rookie pitcher on the mound for the Angels, firing in a strike. Henderson 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He's flied out as well. Followed by Alonso and Basayo for the Orioles.
Ooh, that was firm.
95 on that heater that would have been a strike.
Jim Palmer's favorite pitch right there. That fastball at the knees away.
That one is a strike, and it's 1-2.
Free and easy motion Matero has.
The guy comes right at you. We've been impressed with the competitiveness of Natera so far. 26-year-old from Juarez, Mexico. Henderson lines it. Neto can't reach it. Base hit.
All right, that's just a good piece of hitting, really.
Leadoff man on for Baltimore. First time they've had their leadoff man on base in this game.
When he stayed on that fastball because he had a number of fastballs that were down, so he tracked that. His eyes were tracking lower third of the strike zone. He just punched that one.
Brings up Alonso, who has struck out and grounded out. Alonso's at 7 home runs in the month of June. Only Nick Kurtz has more in the American League. And Alonso looks at a strike. 45 RBIs since April 21st. Kurtz the only one in the major leagues ahead of Alonso in that category since then. No balls and 1 strike. Prodigious power hitter. Alonso takes ball 1. Signed a 5-year deal with the Orioles in the offseason for $155 million. Mets did not want to give it to him, and the Orioles did. So he kept the orange, but now he's got black instead of blue.
Well, his teammates just love him over here too, the O's.
However, Hyundai's 7th inning stretch coming up. Has to be a little bit of a sense of calmness for a guy who was chased so heavily by the New York media, To go to a different market where things are a little more laid back. Yeah, the intensity that you face every day in New York is unmatched.
Like every play, the field, every at bat, every time, even on the bases.
I'm sure it's allowed Alonso to be himself a little bit more and feel a little more at ease. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Alonso here.
He seemed to be one of those guys that could thrive on that. A lot of players thrive on that pressure to perform it every single time you're on the field, at the plate. You see that with the New York Knicks basketball team this year.
Jalen Brunson, a 1A dude. There's ball 4 to Alonso. So Natera has allowed the first 2 men to reach here after Ryan Johnson only allowed 2 base runners in 6 innings. It's a base hit and a walk, and suddenly some traffic with Basayo coming up in a lefty-lefty matchup for Natera as Mike Maddox goes back out.
And this is going to be 2 to be able to make sure you have some time to get the bullpen warmed up.
Like the Angels are getting Silseth started down there. While this all happens, we will find out what's on the menu tonight at Jack in the Box.
Get fired up with my new Hot Ones Munchie Meal with a Sriracha Curly Fry Burger or Buffalo Chicken Tater Melt.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
This crowd here tonight, 31,659.
Tuesday night.
Filipino Heritage Night as well. So Travis d'Arnaud out, welcoming Lee Kiefer, an Olympic gold medalist in fencing with Filipino heritage. You ever try to fence?
No, but they had a pretty good fencing program at Shamada, the school my kids went to. It was impressive to watch that.
You should have jumped in for
Oh, no. No, thank you.
And there is Basayo, who's grounded out twice. Lefty-lefty here with Natera on the mound. That's ball 1. A couple other games in progress. The Giants lead the A's 2-1 in the 6th inning. Like Buster Posey was having a particularly good time earlier today addressing the media in San Francisco about a whole host of things that have gone wrong there. There's a strike to Basayo, and it's 1-1. Now Buster could have stayed retired and gone to the Hall of Fame and not worried about anything for the rest of his life. He wanted it. 1 ball, 1 strike on Basayo. Liner foul makes it 1-2. Atlanta's up on the Padres 6-5. A lot of runs early in that game. Griffin Canning has really struggled this year, giving up 4 in just 2/3 of an inning.
Well, he was throwing so well before that Achilles injury last year for the Mets.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bouncing ball toward the middle. It's the second baseman with a flip back to Neto. Tries to get it to first, but it's too late. Peraza cut in front there with a little bit of a flip behind his back, able to at least get the out at second on Alonso. Closer play at first than I thought it would be initially.
It ended up being close. Oh no, pitching change right now. Real close, but definitely beat that out.
Runners on first and third, 1 out, and the Angels will go to Silseth with a 5-0 lead here in the 7th.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app.
They ask me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold?
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper's 60th?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23?
How about 40-70? You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Enhance game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
Angels baseball on AB TV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Angels have a 5-0 lead. Ryan Johnson was superb tonight in 6 innings. Now the Angels trying to hold on to that lead with Chase Silseth taking over here in the 7th.
Been real good in these spots when he's come in with some traffic.
Silseth has spent a lot of this season dancing around inherited runners. His 35th appearance overall. 2.22 ERA for Silseth. Couple of inherited runners thanks to Natera allowing some men to reach in this inning. 34 inherited runners entering tonight. 15 have scored. Strike one to Mayo.
Bottom line, lately he's been really going out there and getting a fastball established early, because they're going to be sitting on the splitter and sweeper. So it's important to be able to throw that fastball.
Ran that one in on Mayo. 0-2.
Tying him up there because he's looking sweeper or splitter there. Now he's got a chance to get a chase.
Swing and a miss. Got him with a high heater.
Got that chase well above the strike zone. Some cheese.
The 9th strikeout from an Angels pitcher. Johnson had 8. And Mayo had no chance going upstairs. Little cheese for the Mayo.
Yes.
See where you're going there.
You always got to go a little Mayo with the cheese.
That's 2 strikeouts sandwiched around a ground out for Mayo tonight.
I hear you.
Swing and a miss by
There's
Tavares.
cheese upstairs again.
Oh, 0-2. All fastballs here from
Yes.
Silseth. 97 on the last one.
That's not, I mean, usually I'm not a big fan of that high fastball. They got that far up, but they've already shown that they're going to go after that. So why not go just a little bit higher? That's a good pitch.
Struck out Mayo that way. Looking to put away Tavares now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Line drive and a base hit. Tavares got a splitter in the middle of the zone and sent it to left center to bring home the first Baltimore run.
More of the strike zone than he probably wanted to. It was down, but it was in the zone. He went right back up the middle on it. That's just a good swing. How short he was to that baseball, too.
What you think of the pitch call there?
I think he still stayed with the fastball there because he's thinking, at the very least, you want to set a target that's below the strike zone there, well below. Tap the ground almost.
Here's Cowser, who struck out his last time. He's grounded out as well. The Orioles cash in a run here in the 7th. The first 2 batters of the inning reached. Henderson had a leadoff hit. Alonso walked. Now Henderson comes home on the base hit with 2 outs by Leody Taveras. 5-1. High fly ball should end the inning. Joe Adell comes in for it. And that retires the side. Baltimore gets 1 closer. The Angels still maintain a 5-1 lead as we get to our Hyundai 7th inning stretch. Off we go to Pittsburgh, where Cal Raleigh gets back on the board. Tough go for Raleigh with that oblique injury this year. He goes deep, and so did Cole Young. As the Mariners came back from an early deficit, they beat the Pirates in Pittsburgh tonight 3-2. Seattle still in first in the American League West. Cubs and Mets in New York, and Pete Crow Armstrong with his 10th home run in the month of June.
I'm going to say he's extremely hot right now.
This one against the team that drafted him, the Mets. Cubs were all over the Mets tonight, 9-6. So Edward Cabrera had to be carted off the field for the Cubs tonight. Another pitching injury for them. Here in this game, Ryan Johnson's pitching excellent. Took a no-hitter into the sixth.
The way he was able to get that delivery straight in on there, get him out in front. The cutter was really good, but I really love that split for him today. He was excellent in 6 shutout innings today.
And now the Angels will have to hold the lead. It's 5-1 as we get to our 7th inning stretch here at Angel Stadium.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo.
The ultimate goal of an MLB fan. How about seeing all the ballparks? The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile. It's the ultimate bucket list. In and out for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. All 30 of them. Visit MLB.com/Journey to 30 sweeps. Hopefully they wait till 2028 and send you to Vegas.
Yes. Yes. I'm hoping. I'll tell you what, baseball, the stadium is more than any other sport. I mean, it's something special to each ballpark.
Yeah, you're right. It's the best. Being able to see all 30 is truly special. Even as you do this for a living, you don't get them all at once. As Zach Neto takes ball 1. And this was actually one of the last ballparks I ever came to in 2022. Is the first time I ever came to Angel Stadium. California is spectacular.
Oh, you love to say that, don't you?
It looked beautiful then, as it does now. Oakland Coliseum, too, was actually my last one. The 30th out of 30. Saved the best for last.
Yes. I love that stadium before they put Mount Davis out there in center field. That was a cool-looking stadium.
Neto fouls one, but for you it had to take forever to get to all 30 because you were in the American League only.
Yes, it did. Took a long, long time. I mean, to start doing this, I never even saw Wrigley Field ever. And to see that, I was like, wow, that was so cool to see that. PNC, we'll get to see that this year in Pittsburgh. There's some great stadiums in the National League. Petco, though, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's something else. 1-2. Neto swings through that for strike 3. Do you remember what your last one was that you had to check on?
That's a good question.
In the National League? Some new ballparks come up. In Texas was the most recent new ballpark. And Atlanta changed parks. But
we've seen a bunch of different ones in Atlanta, just like Texas.
Yeah. The last National League city that you visited, do you remember?
I'm trying to think now. That would be San Francisco, though. I never saw that either.
There's some fouls.
That's an incredible stadium, too.
No balls in the strike. Yeah, people, my first year in the majors was 15, so it took until 2022 to see all 30.
Both stadiums down in Miami, too.
Yeah. No balls in the strike. Grissom ties one toward right center field, but it holds up for Taveras. Off the end of the bat a bit. 2 outs.
By the way, the funniest thing would be Citizens Bank Park in Philly. I had never seen that before doing a game there. Think of that guy from Philly.
After the vet came down.
I think I was part of the reason why they ended up blowing that place up.
Citizens Bank Park will be the host of this year's All-Star game. We'll see if Trout get back and play in that game. It's been a couple of years since the Angels have had someone appear in the All-Star game. Tyler Anderson and Yusei Kikuchi were the lone representatives each of the last 2 years, and neither actually appeared in the game. So we'll see an Angel actually play in the All-Star game this year. Trout would certainly be in there if he can get back in time. Shotwell grounds out, a quick inning for Suarez.
For years, I was hiding my drinking. I'm the type of drinker that I don't just have one. I didn't want to feel that urge anymore. That's what brought me to Oar Health. I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. I just have a more grounded and present life, thanks to Oar Health.
Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
Guys, stop what you're doing and head over to Fabletics, because right now everything is 80% off, including shirts, tees, polos, and shorts, pants, joggers. Perfect for the gym, office, or golf. Get 80% off everything right now when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
All right, so that's one pair of glasses.
Yep.
With prescription lenses, plus anti-reflective lens coating.
Oh.
Scratch-resistant coating.
Did I choose?
UV protection. Award-winning customer service.
That's me.
That's also me. Free returns, free exchanges, and free frame adjustments for life.
And how much more is that?
Oh, it's all included at Warby Parker.
So my glasses
are still just $95.
Oh.
Surprise! I just get excited.
Don't know who can clean this? Thumbtack knows. Get recommendations for every kind of home project. Hire the right pro today.
So Donovan, if you had a chance to be able to have your own personalized cleat, what would that look like?
You know, my dad's side of the family is from Scotland. I think I put some little bit of Scotland stuff in there.
Obviously, Dominican flag, the name of my hometown, yeah.
You know, maybe just some family stuff, put the Walton name on there.
Name on my knees, too. And yeah, my family is always the present there.
But I would like to show some of the Scottish heritage of my family.
I thought there were some great answers there, too. I had to ask Walbert about that, especially after the bandana where you had the Dominican Republic. I said, what would you have on your cleats? And right away he said, yo, I would have Dominican Republic on there. The flag on that one.
We talked about this a little bit last week because the Diamondbacks pitcher was Jameson for Arizona, had Buzz Lightyear and all that on his cleats. 1 ball, 1 strike. So I said I'd put Tony Soprano on.
Oh, is that what you got on your? Is that what you got on your cleats? That really shocked me. That would shock me.
Well, you know, there's a lot of Chicagoans put the Chicago flag on everything. So
yes.
I'm sure I'd have one for that.
Yes.
Put a big bear head on there. 1 ball, 2 strikes on O'Neill. What about you?
You know, I think I have on one side I have my wife Lisa and my kids Nikki, Chad, and Ashley, and my granddaughters Hayden and Georgia. On the other side, I'd have Led Zeppelin 4 album cover on that side of it. So I think I would have to have that.
Got your Pink Floyd socks in Cleveland. Made perfect with those.
That would be a good look. It's like that's a good look right there.
Tyler O'Neill. That's Ryan Zefferson racking up another strikeout. He has 16 strikeouts now in his last 10 1/3 innings. He's only given up 2 hits in that time.
Yeah, he's been dealing. Erica, what do you got going down there? What you got on your shoes?
I cannot believe neither one of you put Kramer on your cleats. What's wrong with you guys?
We're going to put James Hoy on.
Yeah, at this point I'm putting James Hoy with the Kramer t-shirt on my cleats. I don't know. That's hard to do. I mean, I might put like something pink with an E on there. I'll go with that. How about that? And James Hoy.
Incredible answer.
Yes.
No balls.
Oh, the Kramer. You cannot have enough Kramer.
There it is, the Kramer.
That's so good.
Remember when that happened a couple of years ago? That video went everywhere.
Yes.
Michael Richards himself, the guy who played Kramer on Seinfeld, he even posted the video of James Hoy doing that. No balls and 2 strikes on Jeremiah Jackson.
Over through that one 100 miles an hour for Zefferson. Big batter to get here with the top of the order coming up. He's got the first hit of the game for the O's against Ryan Johnson. He was that good, Ryan Johnson, tonight.
Swing and a miss, 103.
It's all about the Benjamins.
Zefferson with back-to-back strikeouts, 2 up, 2 down, and now it'll be Taylor Ward with the bases empty. We'll have a ride with Kia in the meantime.
How cool was that? Donovan Walton too had the Scottish flag on that one. Oh, love that it's Scottish.
A bunch of Scotsmen ended up at the Marlins game in Miami. About 8,000 of them. As a lot of folks from other countries have started to get their taste of America. They've been loving it all over the country. 1 ball, 1 strike on Taylor Ward. Zephyr John in his last 8 2/3 innings has not given up a hit, and he has 16 strikeouts. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Taylor Ward. What's changed here for Zephyr?
Using his fastball. Conversation with him and Kirby Yates saying that you understand how good your fastball is. Well, you use your fastball, that's going to make everything else better around that, between the sweeper and the cutter.
So 1 and 2 on Ward.
That's the thing about Kirby Yates. I mean, he's so important to the staff. His conversations, he's been doing it for a long time. 99 career saves. He's been there. He knows exactly how to be able to set up hitters, to be able to get hitters out. He's got the splitter, but Zephyr John does have that 100+.
2 and 2, and that was 100 that O'Hoppe had to sprawl for.
Now, this is important now. That was overthrown, that one. Not overthrowing this right now. More than lucky, might try the sweeper. They went gas again.
Well, this is almost a full game's worth of no-hit innings for Zephyr John. 8 2/3 over his last 8 appearances with 16 punch-outs. He has only allowed 1 run so far in the month of June. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled back.
Wow, right after, right down the heart of the plate with 100. That's, by the way, that's right in Taylor Ward's sweet spot there. That swing, that was his swing, and he didn't get it. So now he's got a chance to get him out with a punch-out.
He goes to that sweeper for the punch-out pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Ward. That's a fastball, and it's there for strike 3.
Paint.
Ryan Zephyr John strikes out the side. He has 9 straight no-hit innings with 17 punch-outs.
This 4th of July, skip the heat, keep the fireworks. Avocado's certified organic mattresses sleep cooler, made without polyurethane foams, and crafted with natural latex, cotton, and wool, so they're naturally breathable, comfortable, and supportive. Because better organic materials make all the difference. Save 15% on our award-winning mattresses this July 4th sale. Avocado, celebrate organic. Shop at avocadomattress.com or leading retailers nationwide.
Greenlight's been amazing, encouraging the kids to do their chores and save. We started using Greenlight to get chores done, but it has led to so much more.
Hey Noah, what are you doing? I'm researching the stock market. What's a stock market?
Hey, I'm at the game. And we should always use Game Time for tickets. They're dropping cool features like zone deals and price drop alerts so we can go to more games and shows. Finally, a ticketing app that actually gives a f***. Download the app today.
We, the people of the ballpark, are all in on baseball. We want dingers and dogs, sunshine and a beat, a place to take it all in and let it all out. And maybe more than anything, a few hours with one another. Baseball for the people.
We'll have our Kia Angels Live postgame show coming up and detailing some of the good pitching performances we've seen tonight. Ryan Johnson, outstanding. Ryan Zephyr John struck out the side in the 8th. A couple of big-time right-handed pitchers in the ballpark tonight from yesteryear as well, between Gooby and his mentor and the man that he idolized growing up, Jim Palmer.
Yes.
Jorge Soler leads off here in the bottom of the 8th, and there he is. Portrait of Cakes.
Yes. He gave it to me before the game.
He gave that to you today?
Yes.
What did he give me one?
Well, there's a reason for that, Wade.
It's pretty cool to talk to Jim Palmer before these games.
He knows how much. I mean, my first personalized autograph I ever got was from Jim Palmer. That was back in 1983. I was just one, though.
2 balls and a strike on Soler.
Well, at least close to one.
Yeah.
At least mentally.
Soler with an RBI in the 5th inning. I didn't realize Jim Palmer came bearing gifts.
Yes.
Maybe a picture of himself.
Well, yes. Yes. There it is right there.
Well, that's the one he autographed for you.
Yes, he did.
He was still pitching then.
That's why he goes, I'm hoping I face you so I get another W, I think he was thinking.
3-1. He won a World Series in each decade of the 60s, 70s, and 80s because he came up as a 19-year-old in the mid-60s for the Orioles, and they won in 1966. They won again in 1970 when he was the ace of their staff. Then they won again in 1983 near the end of his career.
By the way, I didn't quite like him in '83, though.
Because they beat the Phillies.
Phillies, yes.
He retired in '84. That was the year you came up.
Yes. Oh, he was so good.
3 Cy Young Awards. Then he had a long national broadcasting career as well. He was on all the networks.
I mean, he was unbelievable. Right over the top. He liked that fastball.
Great Jim Palmer.
Yes.
And JR should help us out and get him into a better spot there so we can see him. Donovan.
There's our guy. Let's check out his cleats, see if he's got that on there, the Scottish.
Walton runs for Soler at first. Just trying to squeeze out another run here as Adele bats. Adele tonight 1 for 3. Just standard red and white cleats for Walton.
Solid, though. It looks like he can fly in those things.
Adele is 9 for his last 19 here at Angel Stadium. It's a bouncer in the hole. It's short. Picked by Henderson. Over to second one. Quick to first. And the Orioles turn 2 on Adele.
That's a quick double play turn. Got 2 really good shortstops, even defensively, too, with strong throwing arms.
2 out, nobody on, and Peraza will bat.
How quickly he got on the transfer over to second. Jackson with a strong throw over to first base, too. 6-4-3 double play. Nicknamed Cakes over there, by the way, Jim Palmer. And the reason why, because he had pancakes before every one of his starts.
It's truly hard to believe. But do you know how many he had?
No, not quite.
1,000, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Syrup and butter and all that. That's different than just having like one like you had.
Yeah. One big giant pancake before my game, yes.
1 ball, 1 strike. And you ate yours dry.
Yes. Well, yeah, because, well, you know the story about the syrup back in the day, so it kind of freaks me out a little bit.
1 ball.
Sticky.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of condiments really at your disposal ever.
No. Mustard's good, but that's not quite good on pancakes, though.
No, that would be out of bounds. 2-2 on Peraza. It's on the outside corners, so that ends the inning. The Angels up 5-1 as we head to the 9th.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price, and we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 5-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we can have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
All right, locked in for this meeting. Total focus. Double booked? All good. Otter AI gives meeting notes and insights, even on meetings I can't attend. Dang it, I picked the boring one.
Otter, the AI meeting agent.
Oakland are Pioneer League champions in 2025.
Winning at home was truly magical, but for us, this is about so much more than baseball. It's a huge priority to make sure that the park is activated by community when we're not playing, because we know this is something our community needs. Pulling off events for the community takes people showing up, hiring, planning, payroll, and Gusto makes it so easy. So I can focus on what matters, building community and celebrating the magic of Oakland.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
Run around the bases with a swing for Shauna. Wow, but some solid swings all game long, and that speed. Siri got that inning going. Big inning with that speed going down the line at 31.2 feet per second. Then a crushed baseball by Zach Neto to take the money and run. Halos so far tonight trying to be able to get this victory and even up the series. But Shauna Wow with a 2-run blast. A couple more hits in the game. Siri doing his thing, entertaining and running the bases exceptionally well.
Sam Bachman has kind of fallen into this closer's role. And not entirely anointed by Kurt Suzuki, but we've seen him in the 9th inning for the last few appearances. It's not a safe situation with a 4-run lead, but we'll see the closer a lot in these situations. And Bachman's the one here in the 9th, firing in a strike to Gunnar Henderson, who has scored the only Orioles run tonight. Bouncing ball, that's Peraza with the pick and the out. One
always important to be able to get him out.
It's been a well-pitched game for the Angels. They've held the Orioles to just 3 hits, only 1 run, and there have been 12 strikeouts between Johnson, Silseth, and Zephyr John. Sam Bachman here in the 9th inning. It was Natera who's also thrown the ball tonight, giving up the only run in this game. There's Alonso, who's 0 for 2 with a walk.
It's a good change. Oh, slider there, backed up almost like a changeup.
Wade Meckler now in left field as a defensive replacement for Christian Moore. Moore had the first ball of the game hit to him, and that was it. 0-2. Baltimore has not had an extra base hit in this one. Just 3 singles, including Jeremiah Jackson, who had the only hit off Ryan Johnson in the 6th inning. 1-2 on Alonso. Well, last night we remarked how the Angels kept striking out looking. Well, tonight the Orioles have 5 times in this game.
Yeah, you got some hitters looking for some secondary pitches. The fastball has been effective for the Halos staff today. There's a perfect one there. That's cheese again. Where's the sandwich? In the Mayo.
Well, the Mayo might not even bat again if Basayo doesn't get on base. Orioles challenge powered by T-Mobile, and it's strike 3 in the 6th time.
Yes.
The Orioles have struck out looking tonight. That's a new season high for the Angels pitchers.
Just utilizing fastballs today. Cut fastball. Ryan Johnson was very, very effective. .100-mile-an-hour fastball again.
Well, between Zephyr John and Bachman, they've come out of the bullpen firing, and really so did Silseth for that matter. Here's a fly ball to left center field. Wade Meckler gets ready for that and say goodnight to the Orioles. What a well-pitched game for the Angels tonight. Ryan Johnson got it started. 8 strikeouts and 6 scoreless innings. The bullpen threw firm here tonight in place of Johnson, and the Angels even up this series with a 5-1 win over Baltimore.
Wayne, like we said lately, a well-played all-around game, and this is about as good as it gets here too. The great pitching started by Ryan Johnson. Shaunawell with the home run. Balanced offense today with 8 hits, scoring 5 runs. Defense outstanding. Big double play turn by Grissom there too. That helped out everything along the line here for the Halos to be able to even up this series.
First major league win for Johnson as a starter. 2nd big league win overall. He had that first one within his first 3 major league appearances, the win and the save. He had not had a win in the big leagues since, but he earned it tonight.
Oh, he had everything working. I love the use of that splitter early in the game. That really set up everything throughout. His cutter was great. I love his use of his sinker today. That was important for him, too. But what a performance. 6 out of 8 punch-outs, career high. By that double play after that quick conversation with Mike Maddox. You see that reaction by Ryan Johnson. Nasty.
As the Angels try to build up their young pitchers, this was a night to showcase all of them. Johnson, Natera, Silseth, Zephyr John Bachman combined for 13 strikeouts, only 2 walks, 1 run allowed on 3 hits. All of these young pitchers combined for one of the better pitch games we've seen from this club this year.
I really like the use of the fastball, too. I think when they start believing in their fastball, their secondary pitches are that much better.
In a tidy 2 hours and 22 minutes tonight. We'll see the halo shine brightly after
Isn't
this
that a
one.
TV show, 222?
I think so. And Nolan Shotwell has brought Pikachu to the party with Erica Weston.
Nolan, it's not, but I don't even know where to start. But we're glad that Pikachu is with us tonight. We'll get to your home run in a second. Ryan Johnson obviously set the tone, his best start as a big leaguer. What was it like watching him go to work tonight?
I mean, he was in such a groove that I looked up in the 5th inning and I realized he didn't have any hits let up, and I didn't even realize he was going so quick. Like really sufficient innings. I mean, he came out, shoved. Great day for him, great day for the guys, and he really did his job.
You set the tone. The pitching was great. As far as the offense, you got things started. You were talking earlier about getting in some hitters counts. You found one there with the home run. What were you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get it started. Neto got it started with the first at-bat single, but just kind of working counts and getting his pitch count up. We did a lot better tonight than we did last night, and he made a mistake pitch, and I capitalized on it. So.
Siri brought the energy with the rally in the 5th inning. He brings a lot of energy. What kind of impact has he had on you guys?
I mean, that guy's loco. It's crazy. He brings all the energy. He's a cheetah. He's the man. I mean, I've never seen anyone with so much energy before. I mean, he's got it. He's really got it.
The Eye Black sticking around for a little bit?
You know, I can't switch it up now. Got to keep it going.
And you got Pikachu. Thanks for the time, Nolan.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
Jose Siri, the cheetah.
The cheetah. Yes. He is quick.
Angels with a quick win tonight. They beat the Orioles 5-1. Have a chance to win the series behind Jose Soriano tomorrow. We'll be back to wrap things up.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we can have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
Did he do it?
We live the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Allowed 1 hit in 6 innings tonight, struck out 8. The Angels can win the series tomorrow. Look third straight home series win if they can get it. Jose Soriano on the mound. Our coverage will start at 12:30, a day game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll have our Angels Live pregame show at 12:30. Coming up next, Angels Live postgame presented by Kia with Ken French and Tim Salmon. For Gooby and Erica, I'm Wayne Randazzo saying goodnight.
If you're seeing this ad, then it must mean
Enhanced game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
an absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
They ask me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold?
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper's 60th?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23? How about 40-70?
You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50. Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Welcome to Angels Live postgame presented by Kia. Story of the night, right-hander Ryan Johnson. Yeah, you should be happy, young man. The 23-year-old right-hander picking up his first big league win as a starter. 6 shutout innings, 8 strikeouts, just 1 hit. And the Angels take game 2 of this 3-game series by a final of 5-1. Welcome to Angels Live postgame, everybody. Ken French alongside Tim Salmon coming at you from inside the Big A. What a fun one to watch with Ryan Johnson on the hill. We talked about it in the pregame show. The last time out, he gave up 5 runs over 5 innings against the A's in a loss, but all 5 runs came in the first inning. He settled down. He seemed to take that momentum into tonight's ball game.
Well, whatever he took in it, he was awesome. I mean, the fact that he was commanding his pitches from the very beginning, and the fastball command was tremendous. He threw enough two-seamers, but it was the cutter all night long to the righties and the lefties that really gave them fits and set up all the other pitches.
Yeah, with the cutter, he threw it 74% of the time for strikes. He had 5 strikeouts with the cutter as well. But when we look back at his night, the deceptive delivery, Tim Salmon, seems like that is something that might have kept the O's off balance.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, you know, you see a lot of things up here in the big leagues, but you don't really see the delivery that he presents. I mean, it's almost kind of like he's, you know, like quick pitching you, I guess. So right. It could really throw your rhythm and timing off. But without a doubt, I mean, he's got the stuff to match it. Yeah, here's a great example of the motion right here. I mean, as a hitter, I mean, you're expected the leg kick to go up. You're looking for something that is a little bit normal as far as timing goes. But if he gets right to this point, all of a sudden, boop, I'm coming on you right now. And actually, it's a little faster than that. We're showing you in slow motion. But as a hitter, it really messes up your rhythm and timing. Now, I don't want to say that's it. I mean, that's part of it. I mean, you know, big league hitters, they make adjustments to things, but his stuff played amazingly tonight. I mean, that cutter that he threw to lefties, he was chasing them all night long, getting in on them, and it just made that sweeper, and that splitty that much more devastating. And of course, he had the sweeper to the righty. I mean, that was pretty amazing.
3rd start of the season, 2nd since replacing Grayson Rodriguez in the starting rotation, with Rodriguez going on the IL. I mean, he not only did he impress tonight, he had a no-hitter heading into the 6th inning.
I know, it was a little bit of a surprise, wasn't it? You're kind of looking around going, there's the no-hitter again.
Is this really happening?
Well, we have upstairs in the radio booth. I was just like, whispering. Don't say it out loud. But without a doubt, I mean, look at these swings. These are major league hitters taking swings at cutters, like a little bit like Frankie Rodriguez back in the day. They're thinking they're swinging at a fastball, and it's cutting like a hard slider right there. So again, a lot of weapons to use tonight. I think the key with that, boy, after you gave up the hit, and then you got the double play there, Grissom got that double play started. You saw some of that emotion right there. Yeah, I mean, undoubtedly, his best start, or his best outing in an Angel uniform.
Absolutely. Strikeouts 8 was a career high, pretty much a career night for him. And as you mentioned, the cutter certainly was the pitch, and he kept his pitch count down, Tim Salmon. I mean, he was around 14 to 17 to 19 pitches per inning. Really good, quality outing through 6 innings for him.
Yeah, 90 pitches over 6 innings, 63 of them were strikes. I mean, he's pushing a 70% strike rate, and he throws a lot of strikes. I mean, you go back and look at some of the outings. I mean, if there's a problem, it's that he throws too many pitches over the middle of the plate. And I think what I saw tonight, and I was really paying attention, is where were the locations of those strikes? Were they well executed strikes, or were they just strikes right down the middle of the plate? And he was really starting to dot and set up and throw it inside, or outside, whatever, and he was hitting his spots. So to me, that's the difference for him is, you got great stuff, but in the big leagues, if you throw it over the middle of the plate, it gets hit. But when that kind of stuff plays on the edges and the corners, it can be, what we saw tonight.
A second-round pick by the Angels back in 2024. He went right from the draft floor to the big leagues, right to the bullpen for the Angels in 2025. I mean, what does this mean for the Angels to be able to have him hopefully find some consistency, knowing, as we mentioned last night, they're looking for a couple starters in that rotation?
Well, they are. It's like so much in this game nowadays. I mean, you get these kids and you rush them to the big leagues, and they got good stuff, but playing at this level is a whole different animal. I mean, it's a lot different than pitching in the minor leagues, and the hitters every night. I mean, they're facing great hitters that make adjustments to you, at bat to at bat. So I think that's the biggest thing, is that you got to have a little bit of patience with them. We seem like we've said that a lot with so many of these Angel young players, that you got to have patience. They're going to have their ups and downs as they learn and cut their teeth in the big leagues. But he's got great stuff, and he's got deception, he's got movement, he's got all the things you want. It's just, I've said it a million times, you can't microwave success.
Well, the Angels won this game. That means it is the sweet taste of victory. Yes, as a result, make sure that you get a free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase. It excludes tax, only on the app at participating McDonald's. Yeah, Angels win, you win. You gotta love it. Taking our first time out here on the program. When we come back, we'll talk about Nolan Shonawell.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
Major League Baseball is back and bigger than ever before.
Pause. I'll take it from here. This is MLB Clubhouse, the YouTube channel where kids run the show, with a spot for every member of your team. Just look at this lineup.
Play ball.
Welcome to MLB Art Club.
And this is the dugout. Hey, that's us. Let's see that again. Slide into the home of major fun, MLB Clubhouse. Now on YouTube.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
Angels Live Postgame is presented by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Talk about inspiring. How about the hustle of Jose Siriano getting down the line? Initially, he was called out on this play, but it was reversed. It was overturned, and it sparked a 3-run rally in the 5th inning. Nolan Shinwell told Erica Weston, "We call him the cheetah."
Got the yellow gloves on right there.
He plays with all kinds of energy. A lot of fun to be around. And Nolan was saying that, boy, that he is just he's the Energizer Bunny that a lot of people talk about. But let's get right into that 5th inning. As the Angels put 2 on the board in the 1st, but Tim, in the 5th, we were hoping they'd give Ryan Johnson some more run support. Thanks to Jose Siri kicking off the 5th, they certainly did.
We talked about on the pregame show, he can flip that lineup for you. A lot of energy. You know, you got bookends between him and Neto, and he did. He did exactly what you needed right there. Put the ball in play, used his wheels, uses all his tools, and got on base right there. And I think that was key to get the inning going and kind of get to the lineup with with a man on base for Zach Neto.
Yeah, and Kurt Suzuki was talking about how it's tough to make up the lineup these days because you got to give these guys playing time.
You got to get them playing time. Good job of hitting that knuckle curve. Though knuckle curve, but guys were having trouble with that all night long, but he did a great job. Pounded to the ground and then used his wheels right there. Got on base. Like we talked about, good hustle. They had to review it. He was safe, but Zach Neto comes up for ambush and first pitch fastball. Double right there. You almost kind of wonder if, Boz was thinking that was going to be out of here the way he reacted. But anyway, 2nd and 3rd right there. We got something cooking. Grissom comes up with the infield in. He's up there first pitch hacking as well. He gets a curveball, gets that knuckle curve, and gets enough of it to get it through the infield right there. 2 runs come across the score. Boy, you really felt like that was kind of that early jug run, like that was going to be enough. Shinwell comes up, gets a base hit. Of course, we talked about him in the pregame show. Starting to swing the bat better. Another good curveball right there. He was able to put the barrel on the ball. And then, of course, Jose
Soler.
Siri. Soler Siri. Yeah, a little sac fly to center field, got another run in. So great job of manufacturing runs right there. Great job of using the wheels and taking the extra base. The Angels they did everything right tonight, both offensively and defensively, and from the pitching staff and the bullpen, all facets were on key tonight.
I just mentioned, Kurt Suzuki said it's getting tough to put the lineup together. We got Von Grissom going in. He's participating in, getting it done. Then you have Jorge Soler coming off the IL, 2nd straight game. He's picking up an RBI. So good to see everybody contributing. Who's getting a chance to play?
Well, the hardest part is getting them enough reps to keep them hot.
Yeah.
When they're going well, right and out, but then not let that guy that's not playing, sit too long. So it's a challenge for sure. We've seen this team in scenarios where you don't have that kind of depth, and so you take it while you can. You don't want to complain about it too much, but regardless, when the guys are getting in, they're getting their opportunities, and they're coming through for the most part.
Well, somebody we spotlighted in the pregame show was Nolan Shinwell heading into this game. 2 straight multi-hit games and a 5-game hitting streak, and he would make it 6-game hitting streak with a big shot in the 1st inning.
Yeah, big home run. Just enough of a home run. I mean, it was a wall scraper, it was a paint scraper. But no, first inning right here. This is you like to go out there and score early, get on the board early right there. This one right here, just got enough over that yellow line right there. I wish that was around 20 years ago.
I know, you were going to say that, the yellow line.
But no, hey, great for him. I mean, it's a home run, 2-run homer. Get these guys going right now. Get them a lead. Hopefully, I think things like that, those kinds of runs early in the game really help the younger pitchers settle down a little bit. You don't feel like you have to go out there and throw a shutout the whole time. But anyway, great job of Shinwell to get that home run. But then he got a hit later in the game. I mean, he's really swinging the bat well.
3 straight multi-hit games for Nolan Shinwell, the first time he's done it this season. Tim, do you like to see him swing for a little bit more power? We know how good he is, put it in the opposite field, hitting it right up the middle, but nice to see him turn on one.
Well, it's nice to see a home run, but they're accidents, and I guarantee he wouldn't tell you he was up there trying to hit a home run. Hey, Shinwell's power, if it develops, it's just going to naturally develop as he figures out the zones, figures out how to get the barrel out in front a little bit. But you can't go out there and you can't put the cart before the horse. I mean, he's doing exactly what you need him to do. Is trust the process, let the ball come, react to it, hit it where it's pitched, and that's what makes him a really solid, great major league hitter. So I would just stick with that game plan, and hopefully as he matures, he's another guy we talked about coming up early. I mean, he didn't have the minor league development, and hopefully over the next couple of years he develops some of that power.
All right, going to take our final time out here on Angels Live postgame presented by Kia. When we do come back, we're going to hear from manager Kurt Suzuki about a big 5-1 win. Everyone pitching in, including Zach Neto with a big double. Also look ahead to the probables for the series finale tomorrow afternoon.
Enhanced game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
Hey, showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Angels Live postgame is presented by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com. Discover movement that inspires. Inspiring was Ryan Johnson after giving him his first hit of the game and only hitting the sixth. He would induce the double play. And look at the reaction from Johnson. Boy, was he fired up. What a game he threw. 6 shutout innings here tonight. And moments ago, Kurt Suzuki talked about his performance.
Yeah, he was. It almost picked up where he left off the last 4 innings in Sacramento when he shut them down the last 4 innings. I felt like he was kind of the same. He was attacking with the fastball, threw some good cutters, some sweepers, change-ups, and I thought he was just executing pitches, down in the zone, up when he had to be. So I thought he was great.
You see him get into the 6th inning without allowing a hit. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, pitch count was climbing too. I mean, it was almost a blessing that, obviously we want him to throw no hitter, but it's a blessing that Jackson got hit. I didn't want to run him out there for 120 pitches, but yeah, I thought he was great.
What have you seen from Nolan's at-bats?
Yeah, he's being more consistent. I feel like he's been working. I know in Sacramento he went in that one day, I think the first day there, and he said, I think I found something in the cage or whatever, and his at-bats have been really good, really consistent, stronger in the lower half. So I feel like he's starting to get more and more confident with where he's at, and it's showing.
With Johnson, especially with how the last couple of years have gone for him, it's been a lot of ups and downs. Just from a personal level, how nice is it to see him have an outing like that?
For sure, it's great. I mean, it's really nice. I think I'm excited that he got 2 starts in a row too. For him, get into a little bit of a routine and see what he's got. And yeah, he's been. I think this year was tough early, right? When he had that 1 start in Chicago, and then he got sick, and then he got hurt, and then it was just kind of a whirlwind there. So it's nice to see him get a couple starts in a row and pitch well.
Going through what he's gone through, as you just outlined, what do you think he's feeling now coming off what he
Yeah, definitely confidence, right? Definitely feels good about his last, the way he finished the last start and then today. Obviously, I think the confidence. I think he's settling into a little routine. He looks confident on the mound with executing pitches, and I really like where he's at.
Have you seen that kind of emotion from him before? Like you saw him after?
I saw it on some video highlights when I was watching his minor league clips and watching him. But I love that. I love that emotion, and it's real, it's genuine, and it's fun to watch.
Given that ABS call, I think either in the fourth and the fifth, whichever one it is, both for Logan and Ryan, what does that do for their confidence to just get out of the inning right there?
Yeah, I think it was huge. Huge challenge there by Hop. It was a close one too. It looked like from the side, it was like, oh boy, it wasn't too confident, but I think that was anytime you can end the inning like that and just get out of there without giving him another swing or another opportunity, I think it's huge.
And obviously for Logan, missed the first ABS, got the second one. What does that do for him?
Yeah, for sure. I think I know he's been working really hard with Carl receiving wise, and I was joking with him. I said, now you're receiving well, you think everything's a strike, but I think missing that first one and then having that confidence to really hone in and understand where the strike zone is and getting that big pitch with 2 strikes, I think was huge.
All right, tomorrow, probables for the Halos and for the O's. Trey Gibson taking on Jose Soriano. Give it to the ace of the staff for the series win tomorrow.
Yeah, especially day game tomorrow. I mean, it's tough to wake up after a night game and face the heat that's going to be coming at you, and that splitty everything. Here's the thing. I mean, he pitched well enough to win last go around and left with that 10-4 lead, and hopefully you can get him a win tomorrow.
Hasn't been as sharp as we've seen Jose Soriano in the past, but he's doing enough to give his team a chance to win. After the big one here, Ryan Johnson, the way he pitched, what do you want to see from this Angels team to win the series tomorrow?
Well, just come out and, you've been swinging the bats well the last month or so, and got shut down last night. You responded today, scored 5 runs, offense came alive. Keep swinging the bat. Come out tomorrow, keep that momentum going, keep pecking away, score early and often, and give Soriano a lead early.
All right, we'll see what the Halos can do tomorrow. It is the third and final game of this series is the Angels and the O's. One of them's going to come away with a series win. They split the first 2 thanks to Ryan Johnson. What a game he had. He threw a no-hitter through 6 shutout innings. Nolan Shotwell a couple hits, including a bomb. Angels win 5-1. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon from the Big A.